durable, but also beautiful in appearance. At that time, Shanghai goods were a golden signboard. Diamond and gem flower watches, Forever and Phoenix bicycles, Shanghai, B, Standard, butterfly sewing machines, red lantern radios. All were the pride of that era. Shanghai goods were a symbol of fashion and brand at that time. If a person had a Shanghai brand item, it would be a very proud thing. The newly promoted couple rode their bicycles and hurried to the county town. As soon as they arrived in the county town, they went straight to the photo studio to take a few more photos. When the master of the photo studio saw the two, he said, "The photos have not been developed yet. Come back tomorrow afternoon." It was rare to have such a good match, and the photographer was still quite impressed. "Master, we are not here to get photos. We are here to take pictures," Lu Chongjing said.
Ah?
Take pictures? The photographer was a little surprised. What kind of family is it? Taking pictures is a common thing. But they're good looking, and the photos will look good, so it's okay to take a few more photos. If the other person is ugly, he would advise the other person not to waste money. Yes, let's do it the same way as last time. The photographer took 2 group photos of the two of them, and 1 photo of Su Mo alone as he did last time. However, at Su Mo's request, Lu Chongjing also took a photo of her alone this time. A total of 4 photos were taken, and 4 more were developed. The 2 group photos were also enlarged, and the total cost was 4.92 yuan. After taking the photos, the 2 went to the supply and marketing cooperative again. As soon as the 2 entered the supply and marketing cooperative, the older sister who greeted Su Mo last time found them and immediately smiled and greeted them loudly. "Big sister, are you here to buy things again?" "Yes, big sister." Su Mo smiled and walked to the counter where the older sister was. "It's familiar to be with you the first time. My surname is Lu." "What's your name, sister?" Sister Lu asked with a smile. "My last name is Su." "Sister Su, what do you want to buy this time? Do you have any Heisher watches?" "Men's ones." "Oh, Sister Su, you're so lucky. Heisher items are not often available. 2 pieces just arrived today, 1 for men and 1 for women. If you had come yesterday, there would only be Tianjin ones." Sister Lu was also stunned. This was such a coincidence. If you really want it, you have to act quickly, otherwise it may be gone in a few days. Things from Heisher are scarce. There were originally 3 pieces, and someone in their supply and marketing cooperative asked for 1. "Okay, I want a men's one." When Lu Chongjing heard Su Mo say that she wanted to buy a men's watch, he knew that it was for him, but he didn't refuse. His watch was broken when he was on a mission last time. After repairing it, he felt that it was not very accurate, and he was preparing to change it. It happened that there was also a women's watch here, so he bought them together, and the 2 of them would be a pair. "I want a women's one too," Lu Chongjing said. "Is it for me?" Su Mo asked. "Yes." Lu Chongjing nodded. "I have a watch, no need to buy one." Su Mo showed him her wrist. The original owner bought this watch last year, and it was still very new. The original owner had a Rolex, but it was too conspicuous to wear to work, so she changed it to a Shanghai brand. However, Su Mo did not find the Rolex in the original owner's luggage. It was probably still at home in Heisher, and she didn't know if it was taken away. When she bought it, she spent more than 500 yuan.
No.
Nowadays, the 3 big items are popular in marriages. You should have them if others have them. Su Mo was amused by Lu Chongjing's straight man idea and glared at him. "I've already obtained the marriage certificate with you. Why do you still care about these things? Since I already have a watch, there is no need to buy one. Don't bother spending the money." Sister Lu had been listening and smiled at this time. Sister Su is right. Since you already have one, you don't need to buy one. It's better to live a more delicate life these days. It's the same to save money for buying other things in the future. Seeing that both of them said this, Lu Chongjing didn't insist anymore, but he regretted that he didn't give his wife enough betrothal gifts. At this time, Sister Lu's colleague also brought the watch. "Sister Su, this one is made of 19 diamonds and all steel. It costs 125 yuan and a watch ticket,"
Sister Lu said.
Lu Chongjing was about to take out the money ticket, but was stopped by Su Mo. Su Mo took out the money ticket that she had prepared long ago from her shoulder bag and handed it over. I bought this for you. I'll pay for it. Sister Lu took the bill with a smile, counted it, and handed the watch to Su Mo. Su Mo put it on Lu Changjing immediately, took a look and said with a smile, "It looks good, it suits you." Although the man's hands were rough, they were slender, well-proportioned and well-defined, and paired with this all-steel watch, it was really nice. Being praised by his wife, Lu Changjing's ears blushed for a rare time, coughed lightly, and said, "Yours looks good too." Sister Lu looked at the newlyweds in front of her and sighed in her heart that being young is good. She and her husband were like this when they just got married. "Comrade soldier, do you want to buy another 2 big items?" Sister Lu would not miss any opportunity to create benefits for the supply and marketing cooperative. "Yes." "Do you have bicycles and sewing machines?" "We have bicycles, Fei Ge brand, but we don't have sewing machines. You have to go to the city supply and marketing cooperative to have a look." Sister Lu said. "Don't you have Forever brand bicycles?" Lu Changjing frowned. "It would be better to buy Forever brand bicycles for marriage." "Oh, soldier comrade, these things are rare in our county. But if you want to buy a sewing machine in the city, you can try your luck there. Maybe you can find it," Sister Lu suggested. "Okay." Lu Changjing nodded. "If not, go to the black market to ask. It is better to get Forever brand bicycles." Bicycles and sewing machines are both things Su Mo needs, so she didn't say she didn't need to buy them. "Sister Su, do you need anything else?" Su Mo thought that she would need to sew a quilt cover later, so she asked for 50 cents of cotton thread, a big bundle, which should be enough for many sewings. To buy cotton thread, you also need industrial coupons. 0.1 coupons were required for 50 cents of cotton thread. 0.1 industrial coupons after leaving the supply and marketing cooperative. Su Mo went to the post office to buy a few newspapers, spending a total of 30 cents. At this time, most newspapers were 4 cents a copy, and the People's Daily was a little more expensive, costing 5 cents. Seeing Su Mo buying so many newspapers, Lu Changjing asked, "Are you buying them to paste on the walls? Don't people usually go to the scrap yard to buy old newspapers to paste on the walls? Is it because his wife likes cleanliness that she wants to buy new ones?" But in fact, there is no need to do so. The walls in the house are all painted white, so they are clean and don't need to be pasted. "No. I plan to submit articles to the newspaper, and I bought newspapers to study the writing style first." Su Mo thought about it, but still didn't tell Lu Changjing that the original owner had a non-staff correspondent certificate and could get royalties. Although she was confident in herself, what if what she wrote was not adopted? She should wait until she can really get the royalties before telling him. "My wife is really amazing," Lu Changjing immediately praised. "I haven't even written it yet, and you know I'm amazing?" Su Mo gave him a glare. "Other wives can only read newspapers haltingly, but my wife can not only read well, but also write. If this is not impressive, then what is impressive?" "You are so boring." "Wife, do you want to go somewhere else?" It was already 3 o'clock. If they didn't want to go somewhere else, then they would go home. He wanted to take his wife to their home to get familiar with the environment first. "How about we go to the free market?" Su Mo said hesitantly, because Lu Changjing was in military uniform again. Lu Changjing. Why does his wife always want to go to the black market? Although he did not reject the black market, he did not want his wife to go there. First, it was unsafe. If she was caught one day, it would be troublesome. Second, it was still unsafe. His wife looked like this, it was easy for people to target her. But looking at his wife's appearance, it was very likely that she would go there secretly after he returned to the team. Instead of waiting for her to explore on her own, it would be better for him to take her there now to let her know the dangers. "Okay. But you have to promise me that you can't go when you are alone. If you want to go, you have to wait for me to come back. If you want anything, just write or telegraph to me and I will get it for you." Lu Changjing's expression was serious. "Okay." Su Mo promised, without sincerity. Lu Changjing sighed. "Wife, I'm serious. The free market here is not as mature as Haisher. The management is very chaotic, and the degree of danger is far from that of Haisher. The larger the city, The more black markets there are, the greater the competition, the more mature the management, and the lower the risk. Because there are more choices, the black market in big cities is more credible. Unlike here, there is only one black market, which is basically a monopoly. Buyers have only one choice, so sellers are naturally arrogant.
So Montag was silent.
I'll take you there now, and you will know when you see it. Lu Changzheng was helpless. When he suddenly wanted to return to the army, he took his wife with him to follow the army and watched her under his nose. Lu Changzheng rode his bike with Su Mo, turning around and came to the yard of a small bungalow. Shumo? Is this the black market? It doesn't look like it. The original owner's family of 3 had good jobs and a lot of remittance vouchers to supplement. The vouchers were sufficient, and there was no need to go to the black market. So Su Mo had no impression of the black market at all. Lu Changzheng saw Su Mo's confusion and explained, "This is the home of my high school classmate and comrade in arms. His parents passed away 2 years ago. When I came back this time, he asked me to come and take a look at the house. I came to clean up the 2 days you were in the health center. I found his old clothes inside. Come and change clothes before leaving." After saying that, he took out a bunch of keys from his pocket and opened the gate of the yard. Fortunately, he tied the keys to his own key ring, otherwise it would be really difficult to do at this time. The yard is not big, estimated to be about 10 or 20 square meters, and the bungalow is estimated to have only 3 or 4 rooms. Lu Changzheng opened the door of the bungalow, asked Su Mo to sit in the living room, and went to the room to change clothes. Because Lu Changzheng had just cleaned up, the room was quite clean. Su Mo stood in the yard and observed for a while. This place should be behind a factory. There seemed to be a lot of people coming in and out, but there were actually very few people in this area. It seemed that there were only 3 or 4 families around, and they were all quite far away. The main reason was that Su Mo had taken a fancy to a dead corner that she had just passed by. There was an abandoned house there, which was quite suitable for hiding. Lu Changzheng changed his clothes and came out. He took Su Mo to another street on his bike. He observed all the way and then stopped in front of a small yard with an open door. Su Mo looked over and found an old man weaving bamboo baskets in the yard. "Uncle, please ask where Uncle Wang next door moved to?" The old man looked at the 2 people and found that they were both strangers, so he asked, "Where are you relatives of him? What do you want to see him for?" "We are from the Red Star Commune. We're going to get married in a few days. Please invite Uncle Wang to the banquet." The old man understood as soon as he heard it. It turned out that they were going to get married and came to buy things, so he said the name of the street corner. "If he asks you who told you, just say it was Uncle Chen." "Okay, I got it. Thank you, Uncle," Lu Changzheng said, and rode his bike to take Su Mo to that street. Su Mo was confused. "What are you doing?" He acted like a spy meeting. The black market often changes locations. "I'm asking where the black market is now." "How do you know he knows? Has he been asking this family all the time? Aren't they afraid of getting caught?" "Of course not. The people asking for directions in the black market change frequently. Basically, there is one on every crowded street. Usually there is a strange sign or something black at the door. It's so obvious. Aren't they afraid of getting caught? You need evidence to arrest people. They basically know who is in the County Revolutionary Committee and who the secret lines are. If you ask these people, they won't tell you."
So Montag was silent.
It was quite complicated. It was completely different from what was written in those novels. In other novels, the heroine can easily find the black market. If Lu Changzheng hadn't let her, she probably wouldn't have found it in a whole day. It's true that she is just cannon fodder. Without the halo, it's so difficult for her to find a black market. The 2 entered the street that the old man mentioned. Not long after, an aunt passed by and asked enthusiastically, "You 2 look a little unfamiliar. Which store are you looking for?" "Auntie, I'm familiar with this place. I can help you show the way. Uncle Chen asked me to come. I'm looking for Uncle Wang," Lu Changzheng said. "Oh, look for Lao Wang's house. Turn left and then right in front, there is a crooked tree at the door," the aunt said loudly. "Okay, thank you, Auntie." Lu Changzheng rode forward as the aunt said. When passing a courtyard gate, The door suddenly opened from the inside, and a strong man came out and said to the two, "Here." Lu Changjing stopped, and the two pushed the bike into the courtyard gate. Su and Mo looked at the door, and there was no crooked tree at all. It was really full of routines. After the sturdy man closed the door, he said, "Park the car here, pay 10 cents when you leave, cover your face, and follow me." Su and Mo took out a silk scarf from her bag to cover her face, while Lu Changjing used a handkerchief. Su and Mo sighed in her heart. This black market is so difficult to deal with. She should think again about selling things in the black market. The two followed the sturdy man into the house. There was a big wardrobe in one of the rooms. The sturdy man opened the door of the wardrobe and found a secret door inside. After entering through the secret door, they went through another room and finally arrived at the black market. In the black market, there was a large courtyard, and almost every direction was guarded by people. There were many people inside, all with their faces covered, and their voices were very low. Therefore, even if there were many people inside, it would not seem noisy. "You can go shopping by yourself and come here to find me after you buy." After the sturdy man said this, he went into the room behind him. There were still many people sitting in the room. All of them were sturdy men, and they should also be waiting for customers. It seems that this black market boss is quite powerful and has many younger brothers. The two of them first took a quick walk around the yard. Su and Mo found that most of the vendors were food, mostly grains. There were only 3 meat vendors, 1 selling pork and 2 selling live chickens. And the one selling pork seemed to be the stall of the black market. "Do you want to buy some rice to take back?" Lu Changjing remembered that his wife loved to eat rice. "No, I have grain coupons." Su and Mo shook her head. She still had a lot of rice in her space, and she could give birth to grain herself, so there was no need to buy. "Let's buy some meat to take back. We got the certificate today, so let's treat everyone to some meat," Su and Mo said. The main reason was that she was also craving for fresh meat. The two of them went to the stall selling pork and cut 4 jean of pretty good pork belly. They divided it into 2 portions, one to take back to the Lu family and one to Su and Mo to take back to the educated youth point. Pork in the black market does not require coupons, and it costs 1.6 yuan per jean, which is directly double the price of the supply and marketing cooperative. 4 jean of meat cost a total of 6.4 yuan, which Lu Changjing paid for. "I want to exchange some meat coupons and cloth coupons here," Su and Mo whispered. "I still have 10 feet of cloth coupons and 8 kilograms of meat coupons. I'll give them all to you. If it's not enough, you can change them." Su and Mo calculated. With the 16 feet of wedding allowance, there would be 26 feet of cloth coupons, which was enough to make cotton clothes. "I still have 3 jean of meat coupons, plus the ones Lu Changjing gave me, which is enough for a while. Besides, I still have a lot of ham, bacon, sausage, and canned food in my space, so I am not in a hurry to change them. If my writing can really be selected, then the coupons should not be a problem in the future. That should be enough. I won't change it." Lu Changjing wanted to know the market price of bicycles and sewing machines in the black market, so he asked a scout. The man looked at the two of them, called someone over, and took the two of them into a not-so-small room. This room should be where the black market sells its own goods. There are several large shelves in it, and many things are placed on them. A person who looks like a small leader came over and asked, "Do you want to buy bicycles and sewing machines?" "Yes. I want to buy a Forever 26 type bicycle and a Shanghai brand sewing machine. Do you have them?" The 26 type bicycle is more suitable for female comrades to ride. "Yes, but you have to wait 2 days. The prices of Shanghai brands are relatively expensive." "How much?" "Bicycles are 258 yuan, and sewing machines are 238 yuan. The little leader quoted. Su and Mo silently calculated in her mind. In the supply and marketing cooperative, a Forever 26 bicycle sold for 158 yuan with a ticket, and a Shanghai sewing machine sold for 138 yuan with a ticket. The black market does not require tickets, and directly increases the price of each item by 100 yuan, which is considered a huge profit. If you need it, pay a deposit of 100 yuan first. I'll go back and think about it, Lu Changjing said. He will go to the city supply and marketing cooperative tomorrow to have a look. If there is any, he will buy it from the supply and marketing cooperative. If not, he can only buy it at a high price on the black market. Okay. The little leader had no objection. There are indeed not many people who can afford expensive and large things. The two looked around the room, and Suemo found white rabbit milk candy, so she bought a bag. In the original owner's memory, in Haishur, a 1-pound bag of white rabbit milk candy was sold for 1.7 yuan, while in the black market it was 2.5 yuan a bag. There was nothing else they wanted to buy, and seeing that it was getting late, the two prepared to go back. At this time, there were already a lot more people than before. They found the sturdy man who brought them in before and followed him around to another yard, where their bicycles were also.
Shuma.
This black market is really different from what is described in the books. This black market boss is probably a spy. After Lu Chongzheng gave them 10 cents, the two rode their bicycles away from this yard. Coming out of this yard is another street. It seems that this black market is really connected in all directions. When they returned to Lu Chongzheng's comrade's house and changed their clothes, it was almost 5 o'clock. The two did not dare to delay and quickly locked the door, got on the bike, and rushed back. Stop when you pass by the Commune Supply and Marketing Cooperative. I'll look for Xiaolan. Suemo said to Lu Chongzheng. What's wrong? When I was staying in the health center a few days ago, Xiaolan took care of me. I want to give her a gift to thank her.
Okay.
Lu Chongzheng would not say that there was no need to give anything. He still agreed with his wife's way of dealing with people. Those who have helped him should be thanked. Although Xiaolan is his sister, he would not think it was his duty to help take care of his wife. Because it was late, Lu Chongzheng rode very fast. It usually takes about 30 minutes to ride from the commune to the county town, but Lu Chongzheng got there in 20 minutes. After Suemo jumped off the bicycle, she glared at Lu Chongzheng. This idiot. Why is he riding so fast? Her ace is almost shaken off. Lu Chongzheng was glared at, feeling somewhat puzzled. What had he done to offend his wife? Suemo walked into the supply and marketing cooperative and saw that all the salespeople were sorting things out. There were a lot of things piled up on the counter floor. It should be that new goods had arrived. Sumo's guess was not wrong, because the autumn harvest was about to end. By then, the members who had been busy for more than a month would flock to the supply and marketing cooperative to buy things like sheep that had been locked up for a winter. The supply and marketing cooperative had to prepare enough inventory to meet the purchasing needs of the members. The period from the end of the autumn harvest to the distribution of grain and money every year was the busiest time for the grassroots supply and marketing cooperatives. Especially when the money was distributed by each team, the counters were really squeezed out. When the salespeople saw someone coming in, they all looked up. Seeing that it was Suemo, Lu Xiaolan stood up and said with a smile, "Su Jiqing, are you here to buy something?" They were counting the goods today, and everyone was very busy and had no time to ask about gossip, so she didn't know that Lu Chongzheng and Suemo had obtained their marriage certificate. "No, I came to see you," Suemo said with a smile. "Hey, what do you want to talk to me about?" Lu Xiaolan put the things on the plate aside, marked them, and then walked out from the counter and walked to the side with Suemo. Suemo took out a gift bag made of craft paper from her bag and handed it to Lu Xiaolan. "Xiaolan, thank you for taking care of me a few days ago. This is my gift to you. I hope you like it." "Oh, Su Jiqing, you are too polite. It doesn't take any effort to take care of you. Take it back quickly." Lu Xiaolan waved her hands repeatedly. How could she accept it? What would happen if her third brother knew about it? At this time, Lu Chongzheng also came over and said to Lu Xiaolan, "Keep it. It's a gift from your third sister-in-law." Lu Xiaolan's eyes widened in an instant. "What's going on, third sister-in-law?" "So fast?" Suemo also took the opportunity to stuff the gift bag into Lu Xiaolan's hand and smiled. "Take it. It's a little gift. Don't despise it." Lu Xiaolan was about to speak, but was shocked by Lu Chongzheng's next sentence and was speechless. "Your third sister-in-law, and I got the marriage certificate this afternoon. We will set up the banquet on October 1st. You can come back to help then. It's getting late. Go and do your thing. We'll go back first." After the two of them left, Lu Xiaolan came back to her senses. "Oh my God. He is indeed her third brother. He is so quick to do things. It's only been a few days, and he has already brought his wife home. It's only been 4 days since he was discharged from the hospital. I really admire him. I don't know anything else about that Su Jiqing, but at least he looks like a perfect match for her third brother. Lu Xiaolan looked at the gift bag in her hand. The bag looked very high-end and exquisite. She didn't know what was inside. It was not heavy to carry. There were many people here, so she couldn't open it easily. She took it back to the counter and put it away, ready to look at it after returning home. On the way back to the brigade, Lu Chongjing also asked Su Mo, "Wife, what did you give Xiaolan?" Mainly because the bag looked very high-end, Lu Chongjing was a little curious. "Nothing, just a Dacron shirt,"
Su Mo said.
Lu Chongjing raised his eyebrows. Only his wife would dare to say such a thing. His wife probably didn't know how hard it was to buy Dacron outside of Shanghai. It was probably only available in Harbin in Hejiang province, and it was probably sold out as soon as it arrived. You couldn't buy it even if you walked slowly. Why did he know these things when he was in the army? Because one of his comrades loved fashion very much. When he went back to Harbin to visit his family, he happened to see a supply and marketing cooperative selling Dacron cloth. He wanted to make a shirt for himself, and he finally squeezed in after struggling for his life. As a result, when it was his turn, there was only 1 foot of cloth left. The fool bought the foot of cloth, made a pair of underwear, and showed off in front of them every day. Popular science. In the 1960s and 1970s, Dacron was popular in China for its characteristics of being crisp, wrinkle-free, strong and durable, and looking very high-end. Dacron cloth was extremely difficult to buy in other places outside Shanghai. It was not until 1974 that the first phase of the Shanghai petrochemical project was completed, and then 100,000 tons of chemical fiber products were produced every year, and the situation improved. Su Mo had intended to give it to Ye Shuang, but since she was going to get married to Lu Chongjing, she felt that it was not appropriate to give it to Ye Shuang, so she simply gave away the Dacron shirt that the original owner had not worn and found a retro craft paper gift bag from the space to put it in. Although she herself did not like Dacron material, in this era, Dacron was still very high-end and hard to buy even with money. She was about the same height as Lu Xiaolan, and people at that time were thin, so the shirt was also suitable for Lu Xiaolan. The inventory was not completed until almost 7 o'clock at the supply and marketing cooperative, and everyone packed up and hurried home from work. Lu Xiaolan did the same, taking her cloth bag and the gift bag and preparing to go back. At this time, Sister Huang suddenly called her. "Xiaolan, what did your brother's girlfriend give you? Take it out to open everyone's eyes?" Several other colleagues also stopped. They were also curious, mainly because the gift bag looked really high-end. Seeing that everyone was looking at her, Lu Xiaolan had to stop and said with a smile, "I don't know, I haven't opened it yet, I'll take a look." Then she opened the seal of the gift bag and took out a moon-white shirt with exquisite workmanship, for double buttons, small floral embroidery on the collar and cuffs, and a waist-tightening design. Dacron shirt, deleted if infringement. Lu Xiaolan liked the shirt the first time she saw it, and judging from the material, it seemed to be Dacron. One of the male colleagues had a good eye and immediately shouted, "This is a Dacron shirt." The director of the county supply and marketing cooperative, who was responsible for connecting with them, also had a Dacron shirt. He often saw him wearing it, so he was impressed. The male colleague looked at Lu Xiaolan with envy. This Dacron shirt was hard to buy, even if you had money. "Oh, it's a Dacron shirt," Sister Huang said as she reached out to touch it, but Lu Xiaolan dodged it. "Sister Huang, you haven't washed your hands yet. This dress is white. Don't stain it." "Oh, I'm just too excited. Your brother's girlfriend is really generous. She gave him a Dacron shirt as a gift. I heard that it costs at least 18 yuan to make a Dacron shirt." Sister Huang was envious. Secretary Lu's family is really lucky. Is it too late to ask his brother-in-law to poach him? Her brother-in-law is not bad either. He is a salaried worker in the factory. They are no longer a couple. They got the marriage certificate this afternoon, and now she is my third sister-in-law. Lu Xiaolan said, her favorability towards Su Mo soared. This third sister-in-law is good and can be dealt with. Sister Huang, Lu Chongjing first sent Su Imo back to the educated youth point and then returned home. Li Wei was preparing to cook, and when she saw him come back, she asked, "Did you get the certificate? Where have you been? Why did you come back so late?" "I got it, it's here." Lu Chongjing unfolded the marriage certificate and showed it to his mother, then folded it up again and put it in the bag as a treasure. "I went to the county town to buy some things, so I came back late." After saying that, he handed the 2 pounds of pork belly in his net pocket to Li Yue. "I cut 2 pounds of meat and cooked it for everyone tonight." When she reached out her hand, Li Yue saw the new watch on his hand and was stunned. "You bought a watch too? Where did you get so many tickets?" When Lu Chongjing asked, she gave him all the tickets in her hand. Lu Chongjing raised his lips proudly. "My wife bought it for me. Heisher brand, 19 jewels, all steel, 125 yuan. Then you didn't buy it for her?" "No, she has a watch and won't let me buy one. I'll give you the ticket for the watch later." Li Wei was silent. She was an honest girl. She thought that 400 yuan was too much for the betrothal gift, but the girl turned around and spent more than 100 yuan to buy a watch for her son. It made her look stingy. "Buy her a few more feet of good cloth and let her make 2 sets of clothes."
Li Wei said, "Let's see about this."
His wife should not like the materials in the supply and marketing cooperative here.
"Why?"
"You are still reluctant?" "No, she has a lot of clothes." Lu Chongjing made an excuse that he would buy it for his wife later when he saw something nice. "We went to find Xiaolan when we came back in the afternoon. There were a lot of things in the supply and marketing cooperative, and they were counting the goods." Lu Chongjing changed the subject. Upon hearing this, Li Yue slapped her thigh and said, "If you had mentioned it, I would have almost forgotten that you should have prepared everything in your house 2 days in advance. Otherwise, in 2 days, everyone will have finished the autumn harvest and you won't be able to get anything." The autumn harvest of each brigade in Hongqi Commune ended at about the same time, with a difference of 2 or 3 days at most. In their place, the end of the autumn harvest is also a peak season for marriage. Although everyone is usually stingy when it comes to buying things, it's quite scary. If you are slow, you'll be left with nothing. Li Wei made a rough calculation and found that there were still many things to prepare, so she said, "Forget it. I'll take a day off tomorrow and go prepare everything in your room, and you can come with me tomorrow. I want to go to the city tomorrow to look at bicycles and sewing machines, and I also need to make some connections to get meat for the banquet." Lu Chongjing said, and was a little confused. "Aren't all the things in my room ready? What else do you need to prepare?" Li Yue rolled her eyes at him. "Your room is just an empty shell, and there are still many things missing. Don't you need firewood, rice, oil, salt? Don't you need bowls and chopsticks for eating? Don't you need thermos, enamel basins, and other things? Don't you need kerosene lamps? You don't manage the household, so you don't know that a household needs many things." After hearing what Li Yue said, Lu Chongjing instantly understood that his room was just a room now, lacking the atmosphere of life. When all these things were purchased and his wife moved in, that would be his home. "Okay, then you buy them. Just leave them at the supply and marketing cooperative, and I'll bring them back when I come back. But don't buy too much. My wife bought thermoses, enamel basins, enamel pots, and other daily necessities. She also bought sheets and quilt covers and made 2 quilts." Lu Chongjing recalled what his wife bought that day. Li Yue was a little surprised. She thought the 2 quilts were the dowry, but she didn't expect that she bought so many. All these added up, it would cost dozens of dollars. She also bought a watch for the 3rd child. This dowry was quite generous. "Then your wife is quite generous,"
Li Wei said.
"My wife is not a stingy person. She also gave Xiaolan a Dacron shirt today." Lu Chongjing did not forget to make his wife like him in front of his mother. "Dacron shirt? The one Secretary Gung wore, the one mentioned in the newspaper?" Although Lu Chongjing had never seen the Dacron shirt Secretary Gung wore, he knew that Dacron should be similar, so he nodded.
"Li Yue."
"This is also a spendthrift." Such a good piece of Dacron clothing was given away, without any hesitation. Although it was given to her daughter, she felt a little sad. "In the future, I have to tell her not to be so generous and to be more meticulous in life. There is no such thing as a smooth sailing life. We still have to save some money in case of trouble and not to starve. Lu Chongjing didn't know that he was trying to win favor in the wrong way. After talking to his mother, he went to his grandfather's room to discuss how to set up the table. On the other side, after Su Mo went back, no one from the educated youth point had returned. With nothing to do, Su Mo first boiled the corn porridge and then boiled a large pot of hot water. She took 7 or 8 large potatoes from the kitchen, peeled them and cut them into large pieces, and went to the vegetable garden to pick 3 large cabbages, also cut into large pieces. She also cut 2 pounds of pork belly into large pieces and then marinated it with minced garlic, soy sauce, and pepper for a while. After all these were done, the water was hot and Su Mo first filled the water into a bucket and brought it to the bathroom. Then add some oil to stir-fry the pork belly, then pour in the potatoes and stir-fry together. Finally pour in the cabbage, add water and simmer over low heat. Just make a stew. While the stew was going on, Su Mo hurried to the bathroom to take a shower, otherwise it would be difficult to wash when the others came back later. Su Mo had just finished taking a shower when Zheng Kaiping and Lin Xia, who were cooking today, came back. Zheng Kaiping was still outside the Educated Youth Center, but she smelled the strong fragrance and rushed in. Seeing Su Mo coming out of the bathroom, she asked happily, "Su Jiqing, are we eating meat again tonight?"
Yes.
Su Mo nodded. "I got the marriage certificate this afternoon, and I cut some meat to have fun with everyone." Zheng Kaiping was stunned. "Isn't this too fast? The marriage proposal was made yesterday, and the marriage certificate was obtained today. I have already prepared the seasoning for the dishes. You watch the fire. When the potatoes are soft, you can serve them," Su Mo explained. Since the cooks are back, she doesn't have to watch. Su Mo wiped her hair as she passed by the two of them. Lin Xia, who was outside, smelled a charming fragrance and was almost jealous. This little only knows how to act like a capitalist and is not frugal at all. Maybe she used these means to men. She took a shower so early in the morning. Maybe she did something shameful with a man. Zheng Kaiping turned around and saw Lin Xia looking at Su Mo's back with a terrifying look, which frightened her heart. It would be better not to get too close to this Lin Xia in the future. When the other educated youth came back and heard that there was meat to eat, they naturally congratulated and thanked Su Mo again. Su Mo accepted it calmly. She couldn't stay here for a few more days. She didn't have close friends with the people in the educated youth point, but there was no need to make enemies with them. Everyone had a good meal, lined up to wash, and went back to their rooms. Su Mo was also in a room, using the flashlight brought by the original owner, and read the newspaper for a while before lying down to rest. The next day, Su Mo went to work as usual. She had agreed with Lu Chongjing yesterday that she would work one more day today, and in the next 2 days, she would make quilt covers at the educated youth site. Because Lu Chongjing had to go to the city today, there was no one to help pick peanuts, so Su Mo only received 5 mu of land. After everyone had divided the land, Lu Guoping walked to Su Mo and whispered, "Sister-in-law, after you pick the peanuts, just bundle them and put them on the ground, and I will pick them. No need to bother. I can pick them myself." Su Mo waved her hand hurriedly. "Sister-in-law, don't be polite. Brother Chongjing has already told me, if I don't pick them, he will beat me," Lu Guoping said naively. "Is that so? Thank you very much. Then you help me pick, and I will help you pull, and I will try not to delay your work."
No.
Lu Guoping waved his hands. "Brother Chongjing has protected me since I was a child, and it is only natural for me to help my sister-in-law pick a few bundles of peanuts." Just kidding. How dare he ask his sister-in-law to help him work, or he would be killed by Brother Chongjing. Su Mo smiled and said nothing more. She would just pull the peanuts when the time comes. Su Mo's pulling speed was still the same as before. Around 10 o'clock, she stopped pulling her own 5 mu of land and went to pull the peanuts in the land allocated to Lu Guoping. Although Lu Guoping desperately refused and asked her to rest, Su Mo still insisted on pulling her own. She never liked to owe favors to others. If she could pay it back on the spot, why would she delay it until later? When absorbing energy today, Su Mo clearly felt that the absorption speed was a little faster than yesterday. It seemed that her superpowers had upgraded a little bit. not bad. A little progress every day. Upgrading superpowers is not a dream. However, the land that Lu Guoping was pulling was so hard that Sumo's hands were hurt from pulling. No wonder the members at that time did not dare to offend the production team leader for fear of being framed. It was really the different quality of the land that had a huge impact on labor efficiency. From this, we can see that Lu Guoping was indeed an honest and positive progressive young man. This can be seen from the fact that he gave the good land to others and pulled the worst land himself. Lu Guoping picked it again and came back. Seeing that Su Mo was still pulling, he hurried over and said, "Sister-in-law, my land is not easy to pull. You should take a rest. If you can pull it, I can do it too. Although I can't pull it as fast as you, I can at least help you share some of the burden." Lu Guoping was suddenly moved. His brother Changzheng was really amazing. The wife he found was not only highly conscious, but also kind. Afternoon. Su Mo had finished pulling out her own weeds and was about to go to Lu Guoping's field when she saw a boy running over from a distance, shouting to her as he ran, "Su Jiqing, someone from the brigade wants to see you. The brigade leader wants you to go back." "Okay, I got it. Thank you." Su Mo smiled and walked over, took out 2 fruit candies from her pocket, and handed them to the boy. The boy was so happy to receive the candies that he ran away laughing.
什么?
She was just about to ask if he knew who was looking for her, but the boy ran away. How careless. I should have taken the candies later. When Su Mo arrived at the brigade, she found a familiar figure in the circle of the aunties. Upon closer inspection, wasn't the production director of the workshop? When the production director saw Su Mo coming back, he walked over with a smile. "Su Jiqing, your quilt is ready. I happen to be in your brigade for something, so I brought it to you. Come, I'll take it to your Jiqing point," Director Chi said, and walked to the bicycle parked at the entrance of the brigade. There were 2 large bamboo baskets tied to the back seat of the bicycle, and 2 thick quilts were placed in the bamboo baskets, with a large part sticking out.
什么?
Thank you so much. I'm afraid that the whole brigade will soon know that she made 2 quilts. Oh, Director Chi, your workshop service is really good. The director personally delivered it to the door. An aunt joked. Of course, serving the people, we must provide good service to the people. Director Chi smiled. He personally delivered it, and he also had a purpose. He took the quilt for a stroll to let others see the quality. Some families with more financial resources might come to their workshop to make quilts. Taking advantage of the fact that many people are getting married after the autumn harvest, we have to do some work for the cotton shop. "Hey, Su Jiqing, lead the way," Director Chi said to Su Mo while pushing his bicycle. "Okay, thank you, Director Chi." Su Mo smiled awkwardly but politely. After Su Mo and Director Chi left, the ants who were picking peanuts started chatting again. This Su Jiqing is quite generous. He made 2 large quilts at once. What's so generous about that? If I had taken a 400 yuan betrothal gift, I would have made 3 quilts. An ant said disdainfully. Not only that, I heard from Zhao Zhixiang that he also bought me a Heisher watch, which cost more than 120 yuan. The speed at which gossip spread in the village was comparable to the internet in later generations. The ants took a breath of cold air. The secretary's family is rich enough. It costs more than 500 yuan to marry a daughter-in-law. Some people were envious. You heard it wrong. It was Su Jiqing who bought a Heisher watch for Lu Laosan, not the secretary's family. You're a person who doesn't speak clearly. Then Su Jiqing's dowry is quite decent. Hey, Suehua, what dowry did your daughter-in-law bring at that time? The nosy ants began to make trouble. When Li Suehua married her daughter-in-law, she gave 200 yuan as a gift, and her family also bought her a bicycle. When her daughter-in-law came home, she brought a new quilt and her own clothes. But so what? Her daughter-in-law has a monthly salary of 28 yuan. My daughter-in-law didn't bring anything but brought money notes, saying that she lived a thrifty life and would buy more in the future. This was a veiled criticism that Su Mo didn't know how to live. There were only 2 of them, so why did they make 2 quilts? Was she in a hurry to burn too much money? The ant curled her lips and said, "Why didn't you buy your son a watch or something?" "My son already has a watch. Why bother wasting the money? How much food can you buy with more than 100 yuan? You can't live so wastefully, Li Tsuehua said stubbornly. All the aunts laughed, and everyone knew who was who. I heard that they got the marriage certificate yesterday. I don't know when the secretary's family will host the banquet. I heard from Zhao Zhixiang that it will be October 1st. Oh, it's only 2 days away. Why hasn't the secretary's family given any news yet? Are they not planning to host the banquet? Yes, they will. I heard that it will be a big one. They will invite the whole team. Didn't you see that Li Yue took a leave and didn't go to work today? I guess she went out to buy things. The whole team? That means at least 20 tables, which is a lot of money. The secretary's family is really wealthy. I heard that the family only provides food and vegetables, and Lu Chongjing pays for the rest himself. With more than 20 tables, they will have to eat a lot of food. I'm afraid they will have to prepare enough food for the whole family for 1 or 2 months. Can you go to the banquet empty-handed? Minus the gift money, you can't give much. Lu Chongjing has been in the army for so long. He must have saved up a lot of allowances, so the banquet should not be too bad. There must be 2 meat dishes. An auntie began to drool as she spoke. She had not eaten meat for a long time. Then there must be, right? He is an officer after all. I remember Tsuehua's eldest son had 3 meat dishes when he got married. Tsuehua, right? There were indeed 3 meat dishes at the banquet for Li Tsuehua's eldest son's wedding. One was stewed old hen with mushrooms and vermicelli, one was stewed pork belly with sauerkraut, and the other was braised fish with radish. Although they were the kind with less meat and more vegetables, they were also very decent. But at that time, she only set up 10 tables for the banquet and invited people who were relatively close to her. Li Tsuehua nodded. There were 3 meat dishes, stewed old hen with mushrooms and vermicelli, stewed pork belly with sauerkraut, and braised fish with radish. The staple food was steamed buns made of 2 grain flour. This is a decent thing. There is nothing wrong with admitting it. The aunts began to calculate in their hearts. With Li Yue and Li Tsuehua's habit of showing off, the banquet would not be worse than Li Tsuehua's. They were all looking forward to it, but they didn't know whether they would really invite the whole team. There was no definite news now. In the evening, Ma Xiaowan came back from work and saw 2 quilts on Sumo's bed. Her eyes lit up. Ma Xiaowan touched them and found them very soft and comfortable. The cotton quilts were really well made. Sumo, are these really made in the commune workshop? And you don't need a ticket? Ma Xiaowan asked, and she had already made up her mind. God knows how hard it is to get a ticket for a cotton quilt in the city. Only when you get married will you be subsidized with such a quilt. Usually, she buys cotton to make them herself, but the difference between the quilts she makes herself and the ones made by skilled craftsmen is huge. Not only do they become hard after sleeping for a long time, but the cotton always leaks. The quilts that her brothers and sisters use are almost all handmade by her mother. Her mother's craftsmanship is really inconvenient to talk about. Almost every year, they have to be disassembled and redone, which is very troublesome. If cotton quilts can be made here, she will have to make a few more and mail them back home. Yes, no tickets are needed. We only charge for cotton and labor. 1 pound of cotton costs $1.50. The labor for a quilt costs $1.50. The labor for a mattress costs $1. Su Emo nodded. Ma Xiaowan almost jumped up with excitement. In the black market near her home, cotton costs at least $1.80. In years with low production, it has been $2 or $3 per pound. She remembered that when she was just in junior high school, her mother wanted to make her a new cotton padded jacket, but the cotton was too expensive, so she only made a pair of cotton pants. Are you sure that we educated youth can also do it, and it's not because you're going to marry into the brigade that we are making it for you? Ma Xiaowan asked again. In those days, the collective economy of the commune had many conveniences that only members of the commune could enjoy. At that time, Director Chi said that educated youth who came to the Red Flag commune to work in the countryside were also part of the commune. So educated youth should be able to do it. Su Mo didn't dare to say for sure.
You can go and ask.
The workshop is not far from the commune supply and marketing cooperative. There is a sign of the Red Flag Commune Collective Workshop on the door, so it is easy to find. I see there is a carpenter's shop inside. When you want to make a cabinet, you will probably go there. When they first came, Ma Jiamin also said that there was a place in the commune that made cabinets and stools. It was probably there. What do you think if I make a few quilts and send them back home? Will it work? Ma Xiaowan came over and whispered.
I don't know about that.
But if I don't sell them, I can send them to my family, which should be okay. Suemo thought. Judging from Director Chi's words and deeds, he should not refuse the opportunity to generate income. Or after the autumn harvest, you can also try to order 2 quilts and then ask to send one home. See if Director Chi will make it for you. If he does, it's fine. But don't make so many at once. Make 2 quilts this year and make the rest next year. Otherwise, someone will find fault and report you. There are many people who can't stand others doing well these days. Okay.
Ma Xiaoyuan nodded.
I didn't expect that there would be such a good thing in the commune. I heard that there were educated youth who bought grain in the brigade and sent it home. I didn't expect that there would be someone who made quilts and sent them home in my place. Ma Xiaowan was a little excited. It was really the right place to come to the Red Flag commune. It was not like other villages which were in the mountains. The Lujia village production brigade only took 20 to 30 minutes to ride a bicycle to the commune, and only an hour to ride a bicycle to the county town. It was not like the place where her cousin went to the countryside. It took 2 hours to ride a donkey cart to the commune, and it was even more exaggerated to go to the city, which took 3 or 4 hours. I was afraid that I would be assigned to a remote mountain village. I was still lucky. After that, Sumo did not go to work again, but stayed at the educated youth camp to sew quilt covers and pack things for marriage. The autumn harvest of the Lujia Village Production Brigade ended on September 29th after the peanuts were harvested. The remaining work was to dry and store the peanuts. These light jobs were assigned to the older aunts and uncles. The young men and strong laborers took a few days off. After paying the public grain, they had to go to dig canals again. It was not difficult to sew quilt covers. After Su Mo consulted Chunlon, she sewed the quilt covers in half a day. Looking at the remaining 3 quilts that were still cotton, Su Mo also experienced the hardship of that era. No wonder they say that new for 3 years, old for 3 years, and mending for another 3 years. Cloth coupons were really not enough. The quilt cover for the remaining quilt could only be made by buying cloth when there were cloth coupons in the future. Su Mo folded all the quilts and put the quilt cover on the top. At this time, she found that there seemed to be 2 pillows missing. Sumo had no choice but to go to the collective workshop of the commune and ask Director Chi if there were any pillow cores for sale. It happened that Director Chi had asked the craftsman of the cotton shop to make a set of samples these days, and there were 2 pillow cores among them, so he sold them to Su Mo at a discount. The 2 pillow cores, including the cotton and the handicraft, cost Su Mo 1.5 yuan in total. After buying the pillow cores, Su Mo thought about going to the supply and marketing cooperative to buy a set of ready-made pillow covers. She remembered that the novel said that the pillow covers of this era were all embroidered and quite delicate. Because the production team had finished the autumn harvest, there were a lot of people in the supply and marketing cooperative today. Lu Xiaolan was so busy that she didn't even have time to drink a few sips of water. In the busyness, Lu Xiaolan seemed to catch a glimpse of her third sister-in-law from the corner of her eye. When she looked closely, it was really her. She quickly shouted, "Third sister-in-law, come over here." Su Mo was almost squeezed to death by a group of ants. When she heard Lu Xiaolan calling her, she quickly squeezed over. "What's going on today? Why are there so many people?" Su Mo was still frightened. The autumn harvest of the brigade has ended, and the members are going to the market. "Third sister-in-law, what do you want to buy?" "I want to buy pillowcases," Su Mo hurriedly said, because the aunt was already dissatisfied with her for cutting in line. Lu Xiaolan's eyes flashed. She was just about to give a pair of pillowcases and pillow towels to the third brother and the third sister-in-law, and said, "The pillowcases are sold out, third sister-in-law."
"Shuma."
"Then I'll buy some cloth and make them myself. Give me 3 feet of cotton cloth." Su Mo forgot it. 3 feet should be enough to make 2 pillowcases. The pillows at this time were not 48-74 like in later generations, but 50-30. 3 feet of cloth was enough to make 2 pillowcases, and there was still some surplus for making some lace. Lu Xiaolan immediately went to buy 3 feet of cotton cloth for Su Mo. After Su Mo gave the money, she saw that Lu Xiaolan was busy, so she didn't bother her too much and hurried back to make pillowcases with the things. Su Mo was busy, and Lu Chongzheng went out early and came back late these days, and was almost invisible. The Lu family was also very busy. Li Yui also took a leave of absence to stay at home and make various preparations. At the morning meeting of the brigade on the 29th, Lu Qing'an mentioned that Lu Chongzheng would marry a wife and invite the brigade members to a banquet on October 1st. Of course, 1 or 2 representatives from each household would come, and it was impossible to invite the whole family. On the 30th, almost the entire Lu family went out, and adults and children helped with the work. Li Yui also asked many relatives and friends to help. Some cut vegetables, some leveled the ground, some borrowed tables and chairs, and some borrowed bowls and chopsticks. Lu Qing'an estimated that at least 25 tables should be prepared. For so many tables, chairs, stools, bowls, and chopsticks must be borrowed from other families in the brigade, and the place to set the table must also be prepared. Therefore, the yard and vegetable garden of the Lu family, as well as the vegetable garden of Lu Chongzheng's family, were all used. On the afternoon of the 30th, Lu Chongzheng borrowed a military truck from somewhere, pulled half a truck of things, and came back. When the things upstairs were taken down, the relatives and friends who came to help were all stunned. Forever brand bicycles, Heischer brand sewing machines, a fashionable dressing table, half a pig, 2 whole lambs, 10 chickens, 5 large geese, 2 large bags of flour, a large jar of white wine. The relatives and friends were already drooling, hoping that it would arrive soon tomorrow. October 1st was a sunny and cool autumn day. Su Mo got up early in the morning to wash and pack her things. She would move to her new home with the bride and dowry later. There were still a dozen eggs left from what Lu Chongzheng had given her. She was reluctant to leave them. 2 days ago, when she was at the Educated Youth Point, she secretly moved them to the space, leaving only 2 in the straw basket to give to Ma Xiaowan. Ma Xiaowan looked at Su Mo reluctantly. Su Mo, I really don't want to leave you. Can I go to play with you later? Although she had known Su Mo for less than a month, Ma Xiaowan already regarded Su Mo as her good friend. Su Mo chuckled. Of course, we are in the same brigade, just a few steps away. You can come to see me anytime you miss me. That's fine. Ma Xiaowan was also happy. Hurry up and change your clothes. We will help you cut the red paper. The red paper was sent by Lu's family last night, saying that it would be cut and pasted on the dowry. Okay. Su Mo responded and took out a red corduroy dress from the big suitcase. The style of this dress will never go out of style, even in later generations. It is a very popular retro style. In an era full of black, white, and gray, this dress can be said to be very high-end. Among the clothes brought by the original owner, this is the only red one. Su Mo was afraid that it would be too high-profile at first, so she didn't dare to wear it. But after hearing Ma Xiaowan say last night that the daughter of their Revolutionary Committee director got married and wore a very beautiful red dress, Su Mo decided to wear it. These days, the situation in the city is more severe than in the countryside. If people in the city dare to wear it, what is there to be afraid of in the countryside? If there are no accidents, she will only get married once in her life.
Who doesn't want to be a beautiful bride?
After Su Mo changed her clothes, Ma Xiaowan and Chenlan were stunned. Oh my God, Su Mo, you are so beautiful. Su Mo, your clothes are so beautiful. Ma Xiaowan and Chenlan exclaimed at the same time. Su Mo smiled. Does it look good? Is it too high profile? No, it's a wedding. The bride must wear something beautiful. Ma Xiaowan said immediately, You are really beautiful and look good in anything. You look better than the director's daughter in a similar dress. Su Mo pursed her lips and smiled, then picked up the makeup mirror and braided a beautiful double braid hairstyle for herself, tying 2 red rubber bands at the end of her hair. Ma Xiaowan cut the word happiness while watching Su Mo braiding her hair. Su Mo, your braid is really beautiful. Teach me later.
Sure. 주문하리.
This is a very popular four-strand braiding method in later generations, and there is nothing to hide. After braiding her hair, Suemo took out the lipstick of the original owner and slightly colored her lips. After finishing, Suemo looked at the beautiful woman with a charming smile in the mirror and was very satisfied. Lu Chongjing is so charming. After cutting out the Chinese characters for happiness, Ma Xiaowan and Chunlan pasted them on Sumo's 2 suitcases and placed 2 more on the quilt. Suemo quickly took out the thermos, enamel basin, enamel pot, and Lu Chongjing's 2 vests from the bamboo basket and put the daily necessities she had used into the bamboo basket, still covered them with coarse cloth, and asked the bride receiving team to move them to the new house. Chunlan's eyes flickered when she saw Suemo taking out so many things again, but she didn't say anything. These things already had Chinese characters for happiness on them, so there was no need to paste them. After Chunlan left, Ma Xiaowan took out a pair of pillowcases from her luggage bag and handed them to Suemo. Suemo, I wish you a happy wedding. She had asked Chunlan if she wanted to give a gift together, but Chunlan said that they had just met not long ago and she didn't want to give one, so she couldn't take them out in front of her. Suemo was a little surprised. She didn't expect Ma Xiaowan to give her a pillowcase. This thing probably cost 1 or 2 yuan, and she was very generous to give it by herself.
Thank you, Xiaowan.
Suemo accepted it and put it in the suitcase with her own things. When Ma Xiaowan gets married in the future, she will send back the better ones. Suemo brought the straw basket over, secretly put 2 eggs back in, and handed it to Ma Xiaowan. Xiaowan, there are still 4 eggs left. I won't take them with me. You can keep them and cook them. Ma Xiaowan accepted it without hesitation. Then the 2 chatted in the house. At about 9 o'clock, the entrance of the Educated Youth Point became lively. Lu Chongjing, wearing a brand new military uniform, rode a bicycle and brought the bride-picking people to pick up the bride. At this time, all the ceremonies were simple, without the ceremonies of later generations such as blocking the groom to break through the door. After the people carrying the dowry entered the house, Suemo came out of the room. When Lu Chongjing saw his wife coming out, his heart was pounding, and he thought his wife was so beautiful today. I'm afraid that there is no one as beautiful as his wife in the entire Hongqi commune, no, Qingxi County. Seeing the bride come out, everyone laughed again. Afterwards, Suemo, surrounded by her relatives, rode Lu Chongjing's bicycle to her new home. The people who came to watch were envious when they saw the people moving the dowry, the 2 large beds, the brand new pairs of thermos, enamel wash basins, enamel pots, and the 2 large suitcases. The bride's dowry was quite a lot, especially when they saw the red dress the bride wore, the material and style. They had never seen it before. Could an average family afford it? I'm afraid that Su Jiqing's family conditions would be better than they thought. Many young men began to envy and hate. Lu Chongjing was so lucky to marry a wife who was as beautiful as a fairy and whose family conditions were not bad. Today was also the first time for Suemo to visit the new house. The new house was not far from the Lu family. It only took 5 minutes to walk there, and it was even faster to ride a bicycle. Entering from the street gate surrounded by bamboo fences, there was a row of 3 large blue brick tile houses in the middle, 2 adobe houses on the left, and a well on the right. The yard was about 3 acres of land, which was used to grow vegetables. The house was a typical 3-room house in the northeastern countryside. The east and west rooms were bedrooms, and the middle room was divided into 2 sections. The section near the yard was the kitchen, and the back section was the dining room and living room. There was only 1 door in the middle of the whole row of houses, and the doors of the 2 bedrooms were open inside the house. The general layout of the house. Lu Chongjing led Suemo into the house and went directly into the east bedroom, which was used as the wedding room. Lu Chongjing said to Suemo with sparkling eyes, "Wife, you rest in the room first, I will greet everyone, and we will go to my parents later." Suemo nodded. Soon, several aunts brought Sumo's dowry into the wedding room. The bedding was placed on the kong, the thermos was placed on the table, and Sumo's 2 suitcases were placed upright on the floor. The bamboo basket for sundries was not brought in, probably placed in the middle room. The aunts did not stay in the room for long. They put the things away, said a few auspicious words to Su and Mo, and then left. After they left, Su and Mo had time to look around the room. Su and Mo did not expect that Lu Changjing's new house not only had a cement floor and white walls, but also had a ceiling made of thin wooden boards. In the countryside of that era, this was simply a luxurious decoration. The bedroom was quite large. Su and Mo estimated that it was at least 30 square meters. The Kong was also very large, and it was probably not a problem for a family of 5 to sleep. A bamboo mat had been laid on the Kong, and a Kong table was placed in the middle, with a plate of peanuts and a plate of red dates on the Kong table. There were also 2 kankens, one high and one low, on both sides. There was also a large double-door wardrobe next to the Kong, and a full-length mirror was embedded on one of the doors of the wardrobe. In addition, there is a dressing table, a desk, a sewing machine, and 2 armchairs in the room. There is a window on the north and south sides of the bedroom. The windows are not small, and the room is bright. There are screens on the windows, so there is no need to worry about insects flying in after opening the windows. The 2 windows, the one on the Kong near the yard, is equipped with a glass window door, and the one facing the back of the house is a wooden window door. It has both privacy and lighting. The window on the Kong is also hung with curtains.
Zu Montag was Amazit.
Lu Changjing must have spent a lot of money on this house. Lu Changjing also found a frame for the wedding photos of the 2 and hung them on the wall of the bedroom. After looking at it for a while, Su and Mo sat on the Kong and listened to the noisy voices outside. This is where she will live in the future, and the conditions are much better than she thought. At this time, someone outside called Lu Changjing and asked him to take his new wife over quickly, saying that the leaders of the commune were coming soon. This time, not only the people from the brigade were invited, but Lu Qinggan also invited several leaders of the commune. Lu Changjing and Su and Mo hurried over. Since they were attending their wedding, they had to be courteous. As soon as Su and Mo entered the gate, she saw Lu Xiaolan and several young wives setting up the table and arranging the bowls. The vegetables that had filled the yard before were gone, replaced by dining tables, some round and some square. Seeing the 2 of them, Lu Xiaolan smiled and said, "Third sister-in-law, you look so beautiful today. You must be the most beautiful bride in the whole commune."
Su and Mo smiled embarrassedly. Doente tisme.
Oh, the chairman can testify that what I said is true. Lu Xiaolan smiled. Her third sister-in-law was indeed very pretty. There was no one prettier than her in the whole village. At this time, Li Wei came out of the house and said to the 2 of them, "Your father has gone to meet the leaders of the commune. You 2 should go to the door to greet him." The 2 of them went back to the gate and soon saw Lu Qingyan leading several leaders. When Lu Qingyan saw Su Mo's dress, his brows slightly frowned. The third daughter-in-law seemed to be wearing a bit too high profile today. Although she was a bride today, this skirt was too capitalist. When Su and Mo looked up and saw the elegant and young man walking in front of her, she was shocked. Isn't this Gung Chongqing, Uncle Gung, who was raised by the original owner's grandfather? Gung Chongqing's parents were revolutionary martyrs who died in the war, leaving behind the young Gung Chongqing. Su Zhongli felt sorry for him because no one took care of him, so he took him back to the Su family to raise him and devoted himself to teaching and training him. Gung Chongqing came to the Su family when he was 4 years old, and he was considered to be half a member of the Su family. Although the original owner called her Uncle Gung, in fact, Gung Chongqing is only 12 years older than the original owner and is only 30 this year. Gung Chongqing walked up to the 2 of them, first shook hands with Lu Changjing and congratulated him on his marriage. Then he turned to Su and Mo and smiled. "Xiao and Mo, I haven't seen you for a few years. You have grown so big, but you didn't even tell your uncle about your marriage." Su and Mo smiled awkwardly. "Uncle Gung, long time no see. I knew you were here." "You?" Gung Chongqing shook his head helplessly. He was as willful as ever. He married himself without being watched. Fortunately, the person he married was not bad, otherwise he didn't know how to explain to Brother Qian. In the years when the original owner was the most naughty and willful, Gung Chongqing was in junior high school and was often troubled by the original owner. So Gung Chongqing still had a headache about the original owner. Gung Chongqing took out 2 thick red envelopes from his pocket and handed them to Su Mo. "One is from me, and one is from your uncle. Call him in a couple of days." Su Mo took them and said with a guilty conscience, "I have written to him." Then he immediately added, "I will call him in a couple of days." The leaders following behind him were all surprised. They didn't expect that the new daughter-in-law of the Lujia village brigade secretary was actually a relative of Secretary Gung. Lu Qing'an was also very shocked. Didn't the third daughter-in-law come to the countryside because of a family accident? How come she knew Secretary Gung? And their relationship seemed very unusual. Comrade Lu Chongqing, Su Mo is a kind, upright, and revolutionary comrade. I hope you will treat her well in the future. Yes, I promise to complete the task. Lu Chongqing saluted. This Secretary Gung seemed to be representing his daughter-in-law's family, so his attitude must be serious. Su Mo, Comrade Lu Chongqing is an excellent soldier. He is defending the country at the front. You must take care of the rear for him, so that he has no worries. Do you understand? Su Mo nodded quickly. "I understand." The other leaders took out their own red envelopes and gave them to Lu Chongqing. In these days, when people come to a banquet, they give gifts, daily necessities, to those who are close to them, and ordinary people give red envelopes. They can be 50 cents to 2 yuan. Several leaders gave 2 yuan plus 4 liang of food coupons. In these days, people pay attention to not taking a single needle or a thread from the masses. After several leaders of the commune entered the house, the two greeted the members of the brigade, who came to the banquet for a while. At noon, the two held a simple ceremony witnessed by a group of members and several leaders. They swore an oath in front of the portrait of the chairman, and then bowed 3 times to Lu Chongqing's parents and grandfather, as well as Gung Chongqing, the representative of the bride's family, and then the bride and groom bowed to each other. In this way, the ceremony was completed. 25 tables were prepared, and each table was full. Because the vegetable plot was dug up, all the banquets were placed on the Lu family's side to facilitate the passing of dishes, and they were not placed in their small family's yard. The staple food was steamed buns made of 2 coil flour, the kind with more white flour and less corn flour, one the size of an adult's fist, 2 per person. In addition, 2 large pots of cornmeal porridge were cooked. If there was not enough, we would drink cornmeal porridge. The first dish served was a very hard dish, mutton soup. The mutton, lamb chops, and mutton offal were chopped and stewed until soft, and then white radish was added. Some wolfberries and chopped green onions were sprinkled on before the pot was removed. The soup was milky white, and the mutton was fresh and fragrant. Drinking a bowl of it instantly warmed the stomach, and it was extremely happy. At this time, the weather had already started to get cold, and drinking a bowl of warm mutton soup was perfect. When the mutton soup was served, except for the table of leaders and educated youth, which was a bit polite, the other tables competed with each other in speed. Whoever was faster ate more. The second dish was cabbage and sauerkraut stewed with pork, which was also a full pot, and was directly served in an enamel basin. The third dish was old hen stewed with mushroom vermicelli. There were more mushrooms and less chicken vermicelli. In this era, vermicelli is also a fine grain, and it is expensive. Mushrooms are picked up in the mountains and dried, so they are not expensive. The fourth dish is potato stewed with goose. Although there are more potatoes and less goose meat, it is so delicious that people want to swallow it. After the 4 main dishes, 2 vegetarian dishes were served. Because the vegetables are different, the vegetables on each table are different. What is available is served. In addition, there is a pound of bulk white wine and a pack of cigarettes on the table where the men sit, and a handful of sugar on the table where the women sit. Everyone who came to the banquet ate with their mouths full of oil. It was really not such a good meal during the Chinese New Year. Lu Chongqing and Su Mo did not toast everywhere, but only toasted the leaders and a few tables of relatives, and also toasted the table of educated youth. Gung Chongqing saw the dishes on the table and knew that the Lu family still valued Su Mo, so he felt relieved. After dinner, Gung Chongqing went to visit the couple's new house. After seeing it, he felt relieved. Under such conditions, Lu Chongqing has an allowance, and he can take care of her and help her, so she shouldn't suffer much. Because he still had work to do, Gung Chongqing didn't stay long and left. Before leaving, he reminded Su Mo again to remember to call Su Tingda. What Gung Chongqing didn't say was that Su Tingda almost went crazy after learning from him that Su Mo was getting married. If he hadn't repeatedly assured her that the man was good, Su Tingda might have asked for leave and come directly. Su Tingda had 2 sons of his own and no daughter. He always treated the original owner as his own daughter and would send her some pocket money from time to time. It was only after the original owner started working that he sent less. It can be said that Su Tingda was at least 1/3 of the credit for the original owner's exquisite food, clothing, and daily necessities. After everyone left and only the couple were left in the room, Lu Chongzheng excitedly took Su Mo's hand and introduced the things at home. Lu Chongzheng was happy today and drank a little too much when he toasted and was a little tipsy. Lu Chongzheng first took Su Mo to the main room in the middle. Wife, there are 2 big stoves here. The stove on the east side is connected to a firewall. In winter, we can use this stove to cook and keep the house warm. He then took Su Mo to the cupboard, opened the door, and showed her the things inside. Wife, everything you need for meals is ready. I also bought a lot of rice and flour as well as some bacon, sausage, and eggs. You can eat whenever you want.
Don't save.
I will send all the allowance back when the time comes. Su Mo looked inside and saw that there were indeed rice, oil, salt, sauce, vinegar, and other things inside. There were also quite a few bowls and chopsticks as well as a few jars which should be filled with rice and flour. Then he took Su Mo to the reception area, where there was a round table for eating, a few stools, 2 wooden benches, and a low table, which should be used as a coffee table. The Forever 26 bicycle was also placed next to it. Wife, if someone comes in the future, you should entertain them here and don't let them sleep on the Kong. Those ants don't like to take a bath and are very dirty. He pulled Su Mo to the west room again. This is the guest room. If there are guests coming in the future, they can sleep here. Su Mo looked around the west room. The layout was the same as their wedding room, but there were fewer furniture. There were only 2 kankens, 1 large and 1 small, and a Kong table on the Kong. There was a large wooden cabinet on the ground, and a large bathtub was placed next to it. So the whole room looked quite empty. There are also 2 adobe rooms outside. The big one inside is a utility room, where firewood and sundries are stored, and the small one outside is a toilet. It is a dry toilet, so it's not dirty. After saying that, he looked at Su Mo with sparkling eyes. Su Mo couldn't help but smile when she saw Lu Chongzheng's expression of seeking praise. She didn't expect that Lu Chongzheng, who was a little drunk, was so cute. The house is very good. I like it very much.
Shomosmail.
As long as my wife likes it. Then he pulled Su Mo to their wedding room. Wife, if you think there is anything else you want to buy, tell me, and I will buy it. No, I have everything I need. Chongzheng, this house is really nice. I like it very much. Su Mo affirmed again. Lu Chongzheng chuckled, and seeing him like this, Su Mo thought he was really drunk, so she comforted him. The afternoon is still long. Do you want to sleep for a while? Okay, then my wife, you sleep with me.
Shomo.
Don't bother with a drunk person. Okay. Su Mo was ready to agree first, and then go out to sit in the main room after he fell asleep. In case someone came and saw that they were all sleeping, they would think that they did something in broad daylight. Su Mo first took a mattress and spread it, then spread a new bed sheet on the mattress, and put a new pillow in place, and let Lu Chongzheng go to the Kong to rest. There was no need to cover herself with a big quilt at this time, so Su Mo took out the thin quilt she used at the Educated Youth Center and covered Lu Chongzheng with it. Wife, aren't you going to sleep? I'm not going to sleep. I'll watch you sleep. Lu Chongzheng must have been really tired and fell asleep quickly. Seeing Lu Chongzheng fall asleep, Su Mo sat on the wooden bench in the main room, took out the 2 red envelopes given by Gung Chongqing from the pocket of her skirt, and fell into deep thought. She just thought about it. Gung Chongqing was the top leader here, and his attitude didn't seem to want to avoid suspicion with the original owner. And he and the original owner's uncle should have been in contact from time to time. It has only been 4 days since she got the marriage certificate, and the original owner's uncle knew about it, and it was obviously Gung Chongqing who told him. So, in the book, after the original owner died, why didn't Gung Chongqing collect the body for the original owner? Instead, the Lujia village brigade sent a telegram to High City, and Yang Xian came all the way here and took away the original owner's relics? Did Gung Chongqing not want to? Or did something happen in the meantime that prevented Gung Chongqing from coming forward? Su Mo was puzzled and always felt that there seemed to be a lot of fog in it. After thinking for a while, she still couldn't figure it out, so Su Mo stopped thinking about it. Anyway, the boat will be straightened when the time comes, and it will be clear when the time comes. After opening the 2 red envelopes, Su Mo counted them and found that they were both 200 yuan each, and she directly received 400 yuan. Su Mo smacked her lips. Getting married, she earned the equivalent of nearly a year's salary for others. Putting the money away, Su Mo took the opportunity to calculate her current money. After buying things before, there was 933.27 yuan left. Later, she received 400 yuan in betrothal gifts, spent 125 yuan on buying a watch for Lu Chongzheng, 0.5 yuan on buying white cotton thread, 0.3 yuan on buying newspapers, 2.5 yuan on buying white rabbit on the black market, 1.5 yuan on buying a pillow cord 2 days ago, and 0.84 yuan on 3 feet of cotton cloth, leaving 1,202.63 yuan. Adding the 400 yuan gift money received today, that's 1,602.63 yuan. Su Mo was a little happy. Getting married would bring in almost 600 yuan. She was one step closer to the Sihiyuan in Beijing. Li Wei came over and saw her new daughter-in-law sitting in a daze in the house, and her eldest son was nowhere to be seen. Su Mo saw Li Wei coming over with things and quickly stood up. "Mom, you here?" "Yeah." Li Wei nodded and put the things down. "Where's the third brother?" "He drank some wine and is sleeping now," Su Mo said. "Did you cover him with a quilt?" The weather was cold now, and if a drunk person didn't cover himself with a quilt and just slept like this, it would be easy to catch a cold. "Yes, and the Kong is padded with a mattress." Li Wei nodded with satisfaction. It's enough to feel sorry for the man. Don't think that the third brother threw himself on the Kong when he was drunk. This is not good. Li Wei put half a bag of flour on the dining table. This is the flour that the third child bought for the banquet. There is still half a bag left. You can put it away and eat it later. Su Mo waved her hand hurriedly. "Mom, no need to bring it over. Take it home and keep it for you." Seeing the old daughter-in-law's filial piety, Li Wei felt relieved. "You can keep it. The grain will be distributed soon. Your father and I will not lack food. But you, I'm afraid you will have to buy a lot of grain. When the time comes, buy some corn, grind it into cornmeal and mix it with flour to eat, which will last for a long time." In the 10 days that the old daughter-in-law worked, it was not known whether she had 50 work points. After paying back the grain borrowed from the brigade, how much would be left? This half bag of flour is estimated to have 15 or 16 pounds. Even if it is only mixed with the same weight of cornmeal, the old daughter-in-law can eat for 2 months. Su Mo was a little embarrassed. She really didn't have many work points. On the surface, she was going to buy grain. "Put it away quickly." Li Wei waved her hand. "Okay." Su Mo put the things away, but she didn't know where to put them, so she had to put them on the wooden cabinet in the west room first. It seems that she needs to make a wooden shelf and put it in the west room so that she can put the food when she buys it. This load of iron buckets is a gift from your eldest brother and second brother's family to you. Li Wei pointed to the 2 iron buckets on the ground and said to Su Mo, "Okay, thank you, eldest brother and second brother." Li Wei took out a pair of pillow towels and pillowcases from the bucket. "These pillow towels and pillowcases are given to you by Xiaolan." "Okay, please thank Xiaolan for me." Li Wei waved her hand, meaning you're welcome. "When the third brother wakes up later, you and the third brother will come to my house for dinner. I've left some dishes for you. Let's have a good meal tonight." She also asked her daughter and son-in-law to stay, so that the family can have a good gathering tonight. The third brother married his wife in a hurry, and I'm afraid she doesn't recognize all the family members, so she has to recognize their faces. Don't let us meet on the road and not recognize our family. That would be a joke. Okay.
Sumo nodded quickly.
Li Yue didn't stay long and went back. There was still a lot of work to do at home. There were so many tables, chairs, bowls, and chopsticks that had to be washed and returned. After Li Yue left, Su Emo saw that her bamboo basket was placed in the corner of the main room, so she took out the daily necessities she had used and put them away. She also carried the rest, including the bamboo basket, to the west room. Then she went to the wing room to take a look. There were some firewood and several large clay pots in the large wing room, which should be used to pickle sauerkraut. The small one was the toilet, the kind of flush toilet, which was quite clean and not dirty. Su Emo was quite satisfied with this. A few days ago, she went to the toilet at the Educated Youth Point, and she held her breath every time. However, after looking around, she didn't find a bathroom, and she didn't know how to take a bath in the future. Would she just use the big bathtub in the west room? Su Emo walked around and prepared to go back to her room to pack her suitcase. As soon as she pushed open the door, she saw Lu Changjing suddenly sit up from the Kong, looking at her with sharp eyes. Su Emo was frightened by Lu Changjing's bloodthirsty eyes. At this moment, she clearly realized that Lu Changjing was a soldier fighting on the front line. Before, Lu Changjing was gentle in front of her and never showed such a sharp side. Lu Changjing was also a little sleepy. He rarely slept in the afternoon. The combat instinct made him take a defensive posture as soon as he heard the sound. Seeing that he seemed to scare his wife, Lu Changjing was a little annoyed. His expression relaxed. Lu Changjing stretched out his hand. "Wife, come here." Su Emo walked over, thought about it, and put her hand in Lu Changjing's outstretched palm. Lu Changjing pulled Su Emo into his arms with force and turned around to press her on the Kong. Su Emo was startled, and when she raised her eyes, she bumped into Lu Changjing's hot and aggressive eyes, and her whole body was frozen. Lu Changjing looked at his wife, who was stunned and had a slightly open mouth, and lowered his head to kiss her fiercely. He had wanted to do this for a long time, and today he could finally do it openly. Su Emo was shocked by the aggression shown by Lu Changjing and could not recover for a while, so she had to let him conquer her. It was not until Lu Changjing's hands began to become dishonest that Su Emo woke up and began to struggle. Changjing, mother. Mother said to come over for dinner tonight, you don't mess around. Lu Changjing leaned on Sumo's neck for a while to calm down, and then smiled foolishly. "Wife, I won't mess around now. We will do it tonight." Sumo's face was a little hot, and she pushed Lu Changjing. "Get out of the way. I still have to pack my things." Although it is normal for men and women to make love, Su Emo has never experienced it after all, so she is still a little shy. Lu Changjing got up obediently and helped Su Emo up as well. His wife is not a good little white rabbit, but a little kitten with sharp claws. If you make her angry, you will probably have a bad night. After Su Emo got up, she went to get a basin of water and wiped the closet. Then she took out the things in the 2 suitcases one by one, put the clothes and supplies on the Kong first, and put them in order later, and put the shoes in a place next to the door. Lu Changjing also helped. While cleaning up, Su Emo told Lu Changjing that Li Yue had sent white flour and gifts. After the closet was dry, Su Emo sorted and folded the clothes and put them in the closet, and put the hairbands and vanishing cream on the dressing table. As a southerner, Su Emo habitually ignored the kongqin, a piece of furniture that can also be used to store things. After putting everything in order, Su Emo closed the 2 suitcases and thought about finding a place to put them. Lu Changjing had already reached out to take it and put it directly on the top of the closet.
Sumo.
It is indeed the way people of this era would put things. Although it may not look beautiful, it is not impossible to put things there. "Wife, let's go there early, finish dinner early, and come back to rest early." It was already 5 o'clock, and it would be dark around 6 o'clock now, so it would be okay to have dinner early. Su Emo nodded, took the bag of white rabbit milk candy that she had only eaten a few pieces of last time, and gave it to the children later. When the 2 of them went there, Li Yue was preparing to send Lu Fengqin to call them to come for dinner. The food was ready, and it would not take much effort to heat it up. It gets dark early now, so while it is still light, eat early to avoid being dark later. Seeing the two of them coming, Li Wei immediately called for dinner. The whole family, a total of 16 people, set up 2 tables, one for the adults and one for the 5 children. Su Mo gave the white rabbit milk candy to Li Wei and asked her to share it with everyone. Li Wei gave 2 candies to each child and 1 to each adult, and kept the rest to be given to the children later. The children were happier to get 2 candies each than to eat meat, and they shouted Andy happily. P.S. There are 90 candies in a pound of white rabbit candies, and the author bought a bag to count them. I can't find any information about how many there were at that time, so I'll just use the modern ones. This was the first time Su Mo met many of Lu Chongjing's family members, and Lu Chongjing introduced them to her. Big brother Lu Xingjuan, big sister-in-law Lu Yuji, big niece Lu Fengqin, second niece Lu Aiqin, little nephew Lu Guoqiang, second brother Lu Weigua, second sister-in-law Lu Hohot, big nephew Lu Guodong, second nephew Lu Guoyang, little brother-in-law Yang Jingming. Su Mo remembered them one by one. As a top student, her memory is still amazing, and she is not afraid of making mistakes. Today is Lu Chongjing's wedding, and the family is together again. Lu Boming is happy, but he looks good and eats half a steamed bun. After dinner, the family sat in the main hall and chatted. Now that the 3rd child has also started a family, our duty as parents is considered complete. Lu Qing'an took the opportunity to speak. A big tree has branches, and our family does not have the rule of not dividing the family when the parents are still around. While the whole family is together, we will divide the family tomorrow morning. Because it was already agreed upon, everyone was very calm. But the eldest brother Lu Xingjuan spoke up. The 3rd child just got married, and the family is divided the next day. Isn't it a bit bad? There's nothing wrong with it. The 3rd child can't stay at home for a few days. The earlier the division, the easier it will be for him to find a place for his wife. In this way, everyone had no objection and agreed to divide the family tomorrow morning. Because it was the wedding night today, everyone didn't keep the couple for long. They chatted for a while and sent them back. On the way, Su Mo could clearly feel Lu Chongjing's burning gaze, which made her dare not look at him. After arriving home, Lu Chongjing lit the kerosene lamp and began to wash the pot and boil water. Wife, there is no bathroom in this house. You wash in the bathtub first. When the spring comes next year, we will find someone to build a bathroom. The bathroom is here, and it is only used in summer. It is very cold in winter. No one likes to take a bath. If they want to take a bath, they go to the bathhouse. When it was built, it was thought that the toilet and the bathroom would be shared, but he didn't think his wife would be willing to take a bath in the toilet. After the water boiled, Lu Chongjing first mixed a large basin of hot water in the bathtub for Su Mo to take a bath, and he took a bucket of water to the toilet to wash. Wife, you wash. Just put the water here. I will pour it later.
Shumonari.
It is normal for people to perform zhougong rituals on the wedding night, and she has been mentally prepared. But when it really came to this moment, she was still a little nervous. Not only Su Mo was nervous, but Lu Chongjing was also nervous. He had finished washing a long time ago, but he had been waiting at the door since he heard the sound of water in the room. Su Mo specially used a shower gel with a light fragrance. After all, it was the first time, so she should try to have as many good memories as possible. After Su Mo finished washing, she changed into a pure cotton nightgown and went into the room to wait. There was also a kerosene lamp in the room. The dim light swayed in the wind, making Su Mo nervous. 2 days ago, she was still thinking that she, a person from the future, might have to teach Lu Chongjing on the wedding night. Now that the time had come, she felt that she was a little bit backing out.
Shumo smiled bitterly.
The mouth cannon was referring to her. Lu Chongjing waited outside for a long time. There was no sound of water, and he didn't see his wife say that she was done, so he asked, "Wife, are you done?" But the voice he spoke out was obviously much hoarse than before. Su Mo then remembered that she had forgotten to tell Lu Chongjing, and quickly responded, "I'm done." Lu Chongjing came in and first went to pour bath water for his wife. After pouring the water from the bathtub into the drain at the door, Lu Chongjing checked whether the gate of the fence was fastened, and then entered the house and fastened the door. He entered the room nervously and saw his wife sitting on the Kong, with her head slightly lowered. Under the light, she looked so beautiful. Lu Chongjing felt his throat dry and said hoarsely, "Wife, then we will settle down." Su Imo nodded, climbed onto the Kong, and lay down nervously. Seeing that his wife was much more nervous than him, Lu Chongjing suddenly stopped being nervous. As a man, why should he be nervous? He must be calm and take care of his wife's emotions. After Lu Chongjing got on the Kong, he closed the window first, then drew the curtains, and then turned off the kerosene lamp. The moonlight was still quite bright tonight, and the curtains at this time did not block the light much, so the moonlight still shone through the curtains, and the room was not too dark. Su Imo could feel the man lying down beside her, and then slowly approached. She had read in a book before that harmony in that aspect is very important for a couple to have a good relationship. So even if she was very nervous, she tried to relax herself and cooperate with him. The two novices began their first exploration in life. At the beginning, Su Imo was not very comfortable and kept hiding behind. "Wife, don't hide behind all the time. You almost fell off the Kong." Lu Chongjing was helpless. "Wait a moment, I feel a little pain." Sumo's voice was full of tears. "Wife, I feel pain too." "You are a grown man. How can you feel pain?" Lu Chongjing was wronged, wife. "I'm not lying to you, it really hurts. I'm about to explode."
"什么?"
The first time, both of them had a bad experience, so it ended so hastily. After a short rest, the man wanted to fight for the second time. "Wife, they say that the first time is unfamiliar, the second time is familiar. Let's try it again." Suimo thought that the book said that this thing is very wonderful, but she didn't feel it at all just now, so she agreed. The second experience was much better than the first. Although Su Imo still felt a little painful, she at least felt pleasant, and Lu Chongjing felt comfortable. Su Imo also felt a little tired, so she prepared to rest. But after a while, the man began to stir again. "No, I'm a little tired and want to sleep."
"什么refused?"
The main reason was that she felt a little uncomfortable there, and she planned to use her supernatural power to relieve it later. "Wife, this is the last time. I'll be quick. We'll sleep after we're done." Lu Chongjing kissed Sumo's earlobe and coaxed her softly. "Wife, really, this is the last time, believe me." Su Imo thought about today's wedding night, so she agreed reluctantly. As a result, it turned out that men's words are deceiving. This last time was longer than the previous 2 times combined. Su Imo was tossed over and over by Lu Chongjing, and the whole person was really half Hades and half heaven. If Su Imo hadn't cried in the end, Lu Chongjing probably wouldn't have let her go. After the work was over, Sumo was so tired that she didn't care about anything and fell asleep sobbing. Lu Chongjing got up, wiped his wife with a hot towel, and then hugged her to sleep. The next day, because there was no autumn harvest and no wake-up call, Su Imo didn't wake up until after 6 o'clock. Thinking that she had to go to Lu's house in the morning, as a new daughter-in-law, it was not good to be too late, so she prepared to get up. As a result, she was pressed on the Kong by a man who had tasted the sweetness of and had a morning exercise. Su Imo was so angry that she bit his chest and left a deep tooth mark. When the two of them packed up and prepared to go, it was already 8 o'clock, and Sumo's eyes were red with anger. Seeing that his wife ignored him, Lu Chongjing was a little flustered. He quietly touched his wife's finger and apologized. "Wife, I was wrong. Next time I will do it at night, not during the day." Su Imo endured the soreness between her legs and walked forward with big strides. She turned her face away and didn't want to pay attention to Lu Chongjing. Lu Chongjing quickly moved to the other side. "Wife, I was wrong. Can you pay attention to me? Otherwise, it will be bad if my parents see it. I will go back and kneel on the washboard again." Su Imo paused and then spoke. "Is this a matter of day or night? You knew you had to go to your parents in the morning, but you still did that. It's so late now, how will others see me?"
"No one will see it that way."
"It's still early. Only 8 o'clock. We had our wedding night yesterday, they understand." Lu Chongjing comforted.
Zu Montag kicket Lu Changxing in Anna.
Lu Chongjing knew that he had upset his wife, So he quickly whispered, "Wife, the later you go, the happier they are, because it means they will soon be able to hold their grandson." Su Imo kicked Lu Chongjing again, really not wanting to care about him anymore, and continued to walk forward. Lu Chongjing chuckled and chased after her. His wife was so cute. In fact, he didn't want to be so tactless, but who could blame his wife for being so fair-skinned, beautiful, and soft-bodied, with a beautiful voice, so charming? How could he resist? If it weren't for his wife being unable to bear it, he would probably have done it all night. Lu Xiaolan was helping her mother turn over the land that had been pressed down yesterday in the vegetable garden. Seeing Lu Chongjing and Su Imo hurried over, she smiled and greeted them. "Third brother and third sister-in-law, good morning." Su Imo stopped and smiled a little embarrassedly. "Good morning." Because of the tight schedule, Su Imo didn't braid her hair today. She just combed her hair and tucked it behind her ears and hurried out. At this time, a gust of wind happened too, lifting Su Mo's hair, revealing her fair neck and the red marks on it. When Lu Xiaolan saw it, she burst out laughing. Her third brother was quite fierce and bit her third sister-in-law's neck, leaving mouth marks all over it. "Xiaolan, what are you laughing at?" Su Imo had a bad feeling in her heart. "Third sister-in-law, pull up the collar and press down the hair." Lu Xiaolan moved closer to Su Imo and winked. "There are mouth marks all over the neck." Su Imo felt a surge of hot blood. Her face was red and almost dripping blood, and she wished there was in the ground for her to crawl into. Lu Chongzhen glared at his stupid sister. Is this kind of thing something that can be told? His wife was already annoyed with him, and now being teased like this, she might be even more annoyed with him. "Wife, it's okay. She works in the supply and marketing cooperative. She has sharp eyes, others can't see it." Lu Chongzhen comforted his wife. If she was really angry, he would have no meat to eat tonight. What should he do? Seeing Sumo's face that looked like it was about to bleed, Lu Xiaolan knew that her third sister-in-law was shy, so she stopped joking. "Yes, third sister-in-law. In fact, you can't see it if you don't take it seriously, just press your hair down." There was no other way. After staying in the supply and marketing cooperative for a long time and hearing too much gossip, she became thick-skinned. Su Imo was really annoyed, but fortunately, Li Yue heard the noise and came out to see and rescued her. "Are the third son and his wife here? Then sit in the main hall. Xiaolan, don't turn the soil anymore. Ask Jingming to come with you and go to the main hall." Lu Chongzhen hurriedly led his wife to the main hall, and soon everyone was there. When Lu Hohot arrived in the main hall, she saw Su Imo sitting there with a flushed cheek, so she asked, "Mrs. Third, why is your face so red? Are you sick?" Her youngest son's cheeks were always flushed every time he had a fever. "I left in a hurry just now, and it's hot." Su Imo denied it quickly. Fortunately, she felt cold today and put on an extra coat. Lu Hohot did not suspect anything, while Lu Xiaolan smiled secretly with her head down. Except for the 5 children, the adults in the family were all sitting in the main room. Even Lu Boming was sitting upright with a thin blanket covering him. Since he was the branch secretary and the accountant was his eldest son, Lu Qing'an did not invite anyone to be a witness and was ready to divide the family by himself. Lu Qing'an cleared his throat. "When you were young, the family lived in poverty and did not have much savings. When you were older, we finally saved some money. The eldest and second sons got married, and there were 3 years of natural disasters. It was only after the third son joined the army that the family began to save some money. The third son joined the army in October 1964, and it has been 7 years now. Except for the first 2 years when he sent back 5 yuan a month, he sent 20 yuan a month in the next 5 years, and sent 1,320 yuan to the family." Lu Qing'an said, looking at the account in his hand. "I've kept the remittance slips. If you have any questions, you can take a look at them later. Let's talk about the second son. He went to work in the commune's timber processing factory 2 years ago. After he started working, he also paid 20 yuan a month to his family. He paid for 23 months, a total of 460 yuan. And Xiaolan worked in the commune supply and marketing cooperative for 3 years. Before she got married, she also paid 20 yuan a month to her family. She paid for 26 months, a total of 520 yuan. I officially took over the position of brigade secretary in 1966. The secretary receives a monthly subsidy of 7 yuan. So far, I have received it for a total of 5 years and 9 months, a total of 483 yuan. Although the eldest son did not pay money to his family, he has been the village accountant since 1961. Every year, his work points are calculated equally according to the highest work point in the brigade. He contributes nearly 2,000 work points to his family every year. According to the average unit price of the brigade's work points in recent years, which is 5 cents, he has contributed a lot to his family over the years. Lu Qingyan did not forget to praise his eldest son. Lu Xingjuan felt relieved after hearing this. At the end of the year, the brigade distributed 61.75 yuan, excluding the grain and meat. In 1964, it distributed 83.27 yuan. In 1965, it distributed 91 yuan. In 1967, it distributed 98 yuan. In 1968, it distributed 115.5 yuan. In 1969, it distributed 100.3 yuan. In 1970, it distributed 108.43 yuan. The distribution in the last 2 years was less because the second son and Xiaolan both went to work, which reduced the number of laborers and increased the rations for 2 people. In the past 7 years, the brigade has distributed dividends, and the family has received a total of 658.25 yuan. This is the source and amount of the family's income over the years. I have the account book here, and the eldest son can calculate it later. The third brother paid 1,320 yuan, the second brother paid 460 yuan, Xiaolan paid 520 yuan, the family dividend was 658.25 yuan, and my salary subsidy was 483 yuan, for a total income of 3,441.25 yuan. Now that we have talked about income, let's talk about expenditure. First, it was building a house. The house we live in now, not counting our own manpower and wood, cost a total of 986.94 yuan. The family also gave 300 yuan to the third brother to build the house. The total cost of building the house was 1,286.94 yuan. Then it was buying big things. There are 3 big things in the family: 2 bicycles and a sewing machine. The 2 bicycles cost 280 yuan, the sewing machine cost 138 yuan, and the family spent a total of 418 yuan. When Xiaolan got married, she was bought a bicycle and 100 yuan as a dowry. The opinions of the eldest and second brothers were consulted at the time. The family spent 258 yuan on Xiaolan's wedding. As for the betrothal gifts, they also let their daughter take them back. When Lu Xiaolan got married, she also bought a Forever 26 type bicycle for 158 yuan. When the third child got married, the family gave 200 yuan as a betrothal gift, bought a bicycle for 158 yuan, and the family spent 358 yuan. These are the larger expenses in recent years, a total of 2,320.94 yuan. The rest are the daily expenses for making clothes, shopping, buying meat, and when having headaches or fevers. The family has not kept a detailed record of them, but there must be several hundred yuan. In recent years, the family has basically not bought any food except for the occasional purchase of flour. Now, there is 573.61 yuan left in the family account. What your mother, and I mean, is to divide the money into 4 parts. We old guys and your 3 brothers' families each get 1 part, and Xiaolan won't get any. Do you have any objections? Lu Qingyan mainly looked at Lu Chongzheng. The third child would suffer the most from such a division of the family. But there was no other way. The money sent back was put into the public account, so it could only be divided like this. The family couldn't figure it out clearly. Lu Chongzheng waved his hand quickly. I have no objection. He had never thought of taking back the money he sent home. Lu Xiaolan also quickly expressed that she had no objection. When she got married, she not only brought back the betrothal gifts, but also a very generous dowry, so her in-laws always respected her, and she was also very grateful to her parents. Lu Xingjuan and Lu Weiguan naturally had no objection. Okay, then the 573.61 yuan will be divided into 4 parts. You three brothers will each take 143 yuan, and the rest will go to us old couple. Lu Qing'an quickly counted out 3 parts of 143 yuan, and each of the 3 brothers gave 1 part. After the money is divided, the house will be easy to divide. Just divide it according to the one you live in now. 3 brothers each have 3 rooms, and the middle one belongs to the 3 of us old guys. As for what will happen in the future, you 3 brothers will discuss it at that time. For big things, the eldest and second brothers will each have a bicycle, and the 3rd brother also bought a bicycle when he got married. The sewing machine is here with us old guys. Whoever wants to use it can come and use it. The 3rd brother's family has prepared new pots, pans, and utensils, and the existing ones will be divided into 3 parts, one for us old guys and one for the eldest and second brother's families. There are about 200 kilograms of corn grits, 70 to 80 kilograms of cornmeal, 10 kilograms of flour, and about 200 kilograms of sweet potatoes left at home. There are not many things left, and they are not worth much. I have mentioned this to the 3rd brother before, and the food will not be shared with him. Now these are divided into 3 parts, one for us and one for the eldest and second brother's families. When counting the food after setting up the table, Li Yue mentioned the food issue to Lu Chongzheng. Seeing that there was not much food left, and it was all coarse grains, and he had already prepared rice and flour for his wife, Lu Chongzheng did not take any. The vegetable plot at the door has a total of 5 mu of land. The eldest and second brother's families each have 2 mu of land, and we old guys have 1 mu of land. Do you have any objection to this division? Lu Chongzheng said he had no objection, and Lu Xingjuan and Lu Weiguo also said no. Okay, if you all have no objection, I will write a document in 5 copies, and you will all sign it when the time comes. Each of our 4 families will have 1 copy, and the brigade will keep 1 copy. Dad, there is still the issue of elderly care that I haven't mentioned. Lu Xingjuan reminded quickly. Your mother and I can still work now, so we don't need you to support us in our old age for the time being. When we can't work anymore, you 3 brothers can just give us food according to the market conditions at that time. Lu Qing'an said. How can that be possible? Lu Xingjuan disagreed. Supporting the elderly is a natural thing. Lu Qing'an smiled, feeling a little comforted. Although the eldest brother looks the most unsuccessful, he is actually a good person and is kind to his brothers and sisters. Okay, your children are still young now, and your mother and I can still work, so we won't tire you out. You just need to take care of your own small family. The issue of elderly care can be discussed when you are really asked to support it. If you are really filial, you can bring a bowl of delicious food to us old people. Okay, I'll write it if you have no objection. Lu Qing'an picked up the pen and began to write. Lu Hohot calculated, and always felt that her family was at a loss. Her husband paid 460 yuan, but in the end, he only got 143 yuan, which was less. Moreover, she always felt that each family should not get as little as 143 yuan. In her imagination, each family should get at least 200 or 300 yuan. It must be the income that was shortchanged. Lu Hohot calculated, and when she looked up, she saw Lu Boming. An idea flashed in her mind, and she said where was shortchanged. Dad, wait, you missed the income. You missed our grandfathers. The old man does receive disability allowance, which has been 18 yuan per month since a few years ago. The atmosphere in the main room suddenly stagnated, and everyone looked at Lu Hohot in disbelief. What kind of person is this? Not only does she not respect the elderly, but she also wants to divide the elderly's money? Lu Weiguo's face first turned red and then turned blue. He was so embarrassed and angry. Doesn't this woman have any shame? Shut up. Lu Weiguo yelled. You have set your sights on our grandfather. Are you still a human being? Lu Hohot was puzzled and a little aggrieved. What's wrong with me? Isn't our grandfather also a member of our family? The money that our grandfather has is a subsidy from the state. If you dare to have any ideas again, go back to your mother's house. Lu Weiguo was very angry when he saw Lu Hohot taking it for granted. Dad, don't worry about her. Keep writing. We have no objection. Li Yue sneered, but everyone seemed to know Lu Hohat's character and ignored her. After Lu Qing'an finished writing, the three brothers came forward to sign. Lu Qing'an stamped all 5 documents and gave one to each of the 3 brothers. Then the family is divided. The first and second families, you two will divide the grain and kitchen items with your mother later. Then he gave instructions. In another half a month, the brigade will also settle accounts. This year, the brigade will settle accounts, and you will go to collect them yourself. In the second family, only the second wife works, so the food is definitely not enough. We can go to the brigade to buy food when the time comes. After the family is divided, the 2 boys should also be used to make some pig grass and earn some work points. The third family. The third family, remember to buy food from the brigade. I'm afraid the third family's work points are not enough to feed the famine. Several families responded, and just when everyone was about to leave, Lu Boming spoke. Wait a minute. As a grandfather, I don't have much to give you. Since the family has been divided, just live your own life well. Lu Boming took out of money from his pocket. Here are 400 yuan, 100 yuan each for the 4 of you brothers and sisters as grandpa's support for your small family construction. Lu Weiguo wanted to find a hole in the ground to crawl into. Grandpa, don't listen to that shrew. How can we take your money? His grandfather was sick, and it cost a lot of money to see a doctor and buy medicine. It's okay for the younger generation not to show filial piety, but how can they ask the old man for money? Lu Boming stuffed the money into Lu Qing'an's hands. Give it to them, brothers and sisters. Everyone refused to take it. Finally, Lu Qing'an spoke up. Accept your grandpa's kindness. Just buy more things to honor your grandpa in the future. Then he distributed the money to them. After returning home, Lu Chongjing handed over the 243 yuan he had just received, as well as the red envelope that Li Yue had just given him and received at the wedding banquet yesterday, to Su Mo wife. Keep this money. From now on, all our family's money will be under your control. Then he took Su Mo back to the room, took out a military luggage bag from the Kongqin, took out 2 passbooks from the bag, and handed them to Su Mo. Wife, this is the money I have saved over the years. These 2 passbooks, one is opened by the bank in my army, and the other is opened by the bank at home. Lu Chongjing gestured to Su Mo to open them. At Lu Chongjing's signal, Su Mo first opened one of the passbooks, which was in the bank in Lu Chongjing's army. The last deposit was in 1968, with a total of 1,000 yuan. Su Mo opened another one, which was in the bank in Qingxi County, with 1,500 yuan. Originally, there was 2,000 yuan, but 500 yuan was withdrawn a few days ago. Su Mo was a little shocked. She didn't expect that Lu Chongjing could save so much money after sending so much money home. Have you not spent any money in these years? Su Mo asked subconsciously. There is not much money to spend in the army. I was promoted early, so I saved some money. Lu Chongjing said. He often took on tasks and had no time to spend money. So, wife, if you don't want to do farm work, don't do it, just stay at home. Our family has savings and my salary is not low now. I can support you. Lu Chongjing said seriously. His wife is delicate and tender, and he really can't bear to let her suffer. How much do you earn every month now? Su Mo was a little curious. After being promoted to deputy battalion level last year, I have a monthly salary of 89 yuan. Lu Chongjing said. Then, how much was your initial salary? Su Mo was still very curious about the salary of soldiers in this era. Seeing that his wife wanted to know more about him, Lu Chongjing was very happy, so he explained to her in detail. In the first 2 years, I was still a soldier. At that time, I didn't have a salary, but I had an allowance. The first year was 6 yuan per month, and the second year was 7 yuan per month. In the third year, I was promoted to officer and became a platoon leader with a salary of 57 yuan. However, after the promotion, I had to pay food expenses to the army every month. According to the soldiers' food standards, 14 yuan was deducted every month, so I only got 43 yuan. In the fourth year, I made merit again and was promoted to deputy company commander, and my salary increased to 63 yuan. In the fifth year, I was promoted to company commander with a salary of 72 yuan. Last year, I was promoted to deputy battalion commander with a salary of 89 yuan. Don't think that Lu Changjing said it easily, as if promotion was easy, but Su Imo knew that these were all earned with his life. She didn't notice it because it was dark last night, but this morning, she saw that the man had many scars on his body, all of which were gun scars and knife scars. Don't fight so hard in the future,
Su Imo said. Okay.
Lu Changzheng replied half-heartedly. How could he not fight? He had to make her eligible to join the army as soon as possible. I'm serious, Su Imo emphasized when she saw that Lu Changzheng was not serious. Wife, do you feel sorry for me?
Shumonadid.
If you really care about me, you can stay with me at night, okay? Lu Changzheng leaned close to Su Mo's ear and whispered. Su Imo rolled her eyes at him. This frivolous guy. Come on, there's nothing to feel sorry for. She should feel sorry for herself. Lu Changzheng smiled with his lips curled, turned his wife's face, and gave her a deep kiss. Su Imo was so angry at him. When he was so serious, he was thinking about all kinds of garbage. Su Imo was about to hand the passbook in her hand back to Lu Changzheng, but it seemed that something was wrong, and she quickly calculated it in her mind. According to the salary Lu Changzheng just mentioned, even if he didn't spend a penny in these years, he could only save 2,232 yuan at most. But the two savings books added up to 2,500 yuan, not to mention that he had built a house and spent a lot on his wedding. Besides salary, don't you have any other allowances?
Su Imo asked.
No allowances, but there will be rewards for completing tasks, Lu Changzheng said. He felt a little proud. His wife was really smart. She found out that the savings and salary didn't match. Their team leader always had conflicts with his wife because he loved to hide his private money. He didn't intend to learn from him, so it was best to explain every income and expenditure to his wife. Over the years, I have received about 1,500 yuan in rewards from the task force. I didn't have any major expenses. The biggest one was when I built the house, and I sent back another 300 yuan. The rest was spent when we got married. I paid 200 yuan for the betrothal gift, and then the sewing machine cost 138 yuan. The rest was spent on buying meat for the banquet, cigarettes, alcohol, and things for our family, a total of nearly 300 yuan. Su Imo calculated that Lu Changzheng was quite frugal. He had spent less than 300 yuan in all these years. Wife, don't worry, your man doesn't hide any private money. Lu Changzheng leaned over and smiled. Su Imo gave him a glare. It doesn't matter if he hides it. How can a man be without some money when he is away from home? After that, she handed all the passbooks in her hand back to Lu Changzheng. She was not the kind of person who wanted to take all the money from a man. But Lu Changzheng didn't take it. Wife, I've told you to be in charge of the money. From now on, I'll send back the rest of my monthly salary, minus a few dollars for pocket money. Are you really going to give it all to me? Yes. Lu Changzheng was very serious. Su Imo thought about it and handed the passbook with 1,000 yuan to Lu Changzheng. Keep this passbook with you, so that if something happens in the army and you need money urgently, you won't be without money. Su Imo thought this was also the reason why Lu Changzheng kept the money in two separate places. With money on both sides, no matter which side needs money urgently, they can take it out. At that time, banks did not have the function of withdrawing money across provinces. Lu Changzheng thought about it and took it. Wife, I'll keep this passbook with me, and I promise you won't spend it carelessly. Also, from now on, you can send back 20 yuan of your monthly salary as before, and save the rest and bring it back to the bank later. Lu Changzheng frowned. How could this be possible? How could his wife spend 20 yuan? Listen to me first. 20 yuan is already a lot of money in the countryside. What is worrying is not the lack of money, but the inequality. If it's more, someone will have bad intentions. There is no privacy in this era. The amount of money to be sent is clearly written on the remittance notice, and it is easy for those who are interested to see it. She didn't want to cause any trouble because Lu Changzheng sent her a lot of money. 20 yuan, this amount is just right, not too much and not too little. Lu Changzheng thought about it, and it made sense. Anyway, there is still some money at home. enough for his wife to use for a while. If you don't have enough, go to the county bank and withdraw money yourself. Lu Chongjing instructed, don't be reluctant to eat. I will find my comrades to exchange food coupons when I return to the army and then send them back to you to buy rice. It won't be insufficient. Su Emo saw the big bag with red envelopes on the side and remembered that she had not told Lu Chongjing how many red envelopes Gung Chongqing gave. Uncle Gung gave 2 red envelopes yesterday, each with 200 yuan. Su Emo added. Lu Chongjing was stunned. It seemed that Gung Chongqing had a good relationship with his wife's family. After thinking about it, he asked, Wife, what is the relationship between Secretary Gung and your family? He was raised by my grandfather. Although he was not adopted as an adopted son, he is almost the same as an adopted son. Lu Chongjing understood. With such a relationship, it was possible to get 200 yuan. Gung Chongqing's salary should be similar to his. 200 yuan is just over 2 months' salary, so it is still affordable. Speaking of this, Su Emo suddenly became curious about Su Tingda's salary, so she asked, how much does the division commander earn? It varies in each region, but it fluctuates by a few yuan, probably between 200 and 217. Their unit is a dangerous unit on the front line, and the salary has always been relatively high. The salary of their division commander is 217 yuan.
주문하디.
Let's open the red envelopes. If there are names on them, please remember them so that you can repay them next time.
Su Emo said.
So the two of them opened the red envelopes again and received a total of 223 red envelopes, 150 cent envelopes, 75 1 yuan envelopes, 46 2 yuan envelopes, 1 5 yuan envelope, and 1 10 yuan envelope, for a total of 232 yuan in gifts. There were also 4 Liang food coupons. The 5 yuan envelope was from the Captain Lu Baogua, and the 10 yuan envelope was from Lu Guoping. Lu Chongjing laughed when he saw it. This guy got married this year, and I asked my dad to give him 10 yuan, but he returned it to me. Su Emo had a good impression of Lu Guoping, so she said, I think he's a good guy, and I'll lend him a hand when I can help him in the future. In front of Lu Chongjing, Su Emo locked the passbook and money in Kang Qin's small cabinet and put them into the space when he returned to the team. Su Emo silently calculated in her mind that she already had 2,077.63 yuan in cash. She never thought that the first pot of gold she made in the past was earned by getting married. It was almost noon, and Su Emo was ready to make lunch. Su Emo opened the cupboard and looked around. There were rice, flour, eggs, sausages, and bacon. Su Emo thought about it and decided to make some handmade egg noodles. Unfortunately, there were no vegetables at home, and she couldn't take out the ones at her space when Lu Chongjing was at home. Su Emo did it right away. She scooped 2 bowls of white flour and started to mix the dough. Lu Chongjing was a little surprised to see his wife's skilled dough mixing movements. Wife, you also know how to mix dough. Doesn't his wife only eat rice? Yes, my parents are busy at work, so I usually cook. Su Emo lied casually. There are no restaurants in the end times. If you want to eat something, you have to make it yourself. Su Emo quickly kneaded the noodles. After letting them rest for a while, she picked up the rolling pin and started rolling them. Soon, the noodles were wide, flat, and thin, and then she cut them into wide noodles of appropriate width with a knife. Lu Chongjing watched Su Mo's smooth movements, his eyes shining. His wife is really a treasure. He thought she was a delicate lady who never touched women's water, but he didn't expect that she could do this. After Su Emo cut the noodles, she sent Lu Chongjing to light the fire, heat the pan and add oil, then 4 poached eggs. Fry them until both sides are golden, then add 2 spoons of water. Wait until the egg soup is cooked until thick and white, then put the cut noodles into the pot, add a little salt, and pick them up after cooking. The noodles were served in 2 bowls, her small bowl and Lu Chongjing's big bowl. 2 golden poached eggs were placed on top, and then poured with thick, white soup. Lu Chongjing thought it should be delicious just by looking at it. After eating, it was just as Lu Chongjing thought. The noodles were smooth and chewy, and the soup was sweet and fresh. It was just extra delicious. Wife, you cook really well. It's not worse than the chefs in state-owned restaurants. Lu Changzheng didn't hesitate to praise. Su Mo said him proudly. Her cooking skills were really good. If there were vegetables and other condiments, it would be even more delicious. Lu Changzheng looked at his wife's little appearance and felt itchy in his heart. He leaned over and took a bite of her little mouth. It's more fragrant here. That indecent look made Su Mo kick him again. After dinner, Lu Changzheng washed the dishes and asked his wife again. Wife, what are we doing in the afternoon? Su Mo pointed to the open space in the yard. Help me turn the soil in the afternoon. While there is still time, plant some vegetables before the snow. She didn't know whether other people's vegetables could grow well before the snow, but hers could definitely grow well. With the help of the land, she can use her supernatural power to stimulate the growth of vegetables. It is estimated that she can harvest a crop in 3 to 5 days. Of course, she can't be so blatant, but it is still possible to stimulate the growth of vegetables a little bit every day to make them grow faster. Many of the vegetable seeds in her space have been improved by later generations, and the yield and appearance are much better than the current varieties. Maybe she can also package them and say that these new varieties are cultivated by herself. It would be nice to get a job as an agricultural officer in the commune. Su Mo thought about it and felt that this might be feasible. No problem. I promise to turn the soil for you in the afternoon. Lu Changzheng patted his chest and promised, but will you be too tired to plant so many, my wife? Otherwise, we can plant a little, and if it's not enough, we can exchange with others in the team. Let's plant first. If it's too tiring, I will plant less in the future. Okay, my wife, you take a nap at noon, and I'll turn the soil. Yes. Su Mo nodded. She was indeed tired. She had gone to bed late last night, and Lu Changzheng didn't dare to use his supernatural power to relax her body. This morning, he did it again, and her body was still sore. She took advantage of her nap to use her supernatural power to relieve and repair it. Su Mo slept until more than 2 o'clock. When she woke up, she felt refreshed and no longer sore. Even the red marks on her body had faded a lot. Su Mo opened the curtains and looked out. Lu Changzheng had already turned over more than half of the land in the yard. Not only had he turned it over, but he also gathered it into pieces of similar size for her to grow vegetables. Su Mo smiled, then took out the newspaper she had bought before and studied it again. After thinking about it for a while, she started to write. Lu Changzheng was working hard, and she couldn't hold him back. Since they were married, they should live a good life together. After Lu Changzheng finished turning over the land, he came in and saw his wife sitting on the Kong, writing something on the Kong table. He looked at the newspaper on the side and thought about what his wife had said before about submitting an article, and then he understood. Lu Changzheng went out quietly again, not to disturb his wife. He was going to go to the village to exchange some vegetables and dry goods, otherwise he would just eat rice or noodles dry for the next few days. It was okay for him, but his wife would definitely not be used to it. When Lu Changzheng came back from a stroll in the brigade, he was holding a bamboo basket in his right hand and a large old hen in his left hand. Su Mo heard the sound and came out of the house. Where have you been? Where did the hen come from? I went to the brigade to exchange things. I'll kill this chicken later and make soup for you to nourish your body. After Lu Changzheng finished speaking, he carried the bamboo basket into the house, turned around and went to boil water to prepare to kill the chicken. Su Mo rummaged through the bamboo basket and found that Lu Changzheng had really exchanged a lot of things, including dried mushrooms, dried black fungus, red dates, cabbage, lettuce, radish, potatoes, etc., and even some side dishes such as garlic and... Su Mo took the dry goods to the west room and put them away. She also took out a few cans from the space, tore off the packaging and put them together with the things she put yesterday. Fortunately, Lu Changzheng was not there when she was packing yesterday, otherwise it would be difficult to take them out. After Lu Changzheng killed the chicken, Su Mo took out a clay pot from under the cupboard, washed it, put the whole chicken in it, grabbed a handful of dried mushrooms and red dates, added water, and put them in another pot to stew. There was no small stove at home that could burn the clay pot, so she could only stew it in water. Although the pot was connected to the firewall, the temperature was low at night, and it would not be too hot if the firewall was burned for a while. Seeing that there was lettuce, Su Mo planned to steam white rice tonight, and then stir-fry the young lettuce leaves with black bean dace. While stewing the chicken, Su Mo also steamed the white rice. When the chicken soup was almost done, Su Mo started to cook the vegetables. In an instant, a fragrant aroma filled the whole house. The fragrance drifted out, and several villagers passing by drooled after smelling it. What delicious food did Lu Chongjing cook? The banquet was so sumptuous yesterday. How dare he cook like this today? He has a high salary, so what's wrong with having a few good meals? He just got married, so he has to give his wife something good. That's right. If she doesn't eat something good, the bride will have a hard time in the first few days of the wedding. Everyone has been through it, and they all understand. Su Mo scooped out enough chicken soup from the earthenware pot for 2 people, then covered the lid and said to Lu Chongjing, "You can send this chicken soup over to our grandfather and parents." Lu Chongjing nodded. His wife was filial, so he would not refuse. Lu Chongjing walked fast and came back in a few minutes. The fragrant white rice, coupled with the fried lettuce with black bean sauce that made people drool, Lu Chongjing felt that this meal tonight was really delicious. His wife was really good in every way. Not only did she like him, but even the food she cooked was especially to his taste. After dinner, Lu Chongjing began to urge Su Mo to take a shower. "Wife, take a shower early. Let's rest early." Su Mo. "If your eyes were not so fiery, I might believe you." Su Mo hesitated, and finally at around 8 o'clock, she was urged to take a shower. This time, Lu Chongjing did not wait outside, but took a shower early and waited in the room. As soon as Su Mo entered the room, she was picked up by the anxious man and thrown onto the Kong. Needless to say, there was a lot of entanglement afterwards. After a while, the man wanted to fight again, and Su Mo was anxious. "Lu Chongjing, this kind of thing must be done slowly, and not too many times a day." "How many times a day can it be? Once a day?" Su Mo considered. "Okay, then once a day." Lu Chongjing responded straightforwardly, and Su Mo was a little stunned. "Then you have to be ready these days, once a day, 365 times a year. I can't stay at home for a few days, so you have to work hard these days."
Shumo.
The next day, Su Mo woke up with backache. The man was no longer on the Kong. She heard some noises in the room, probably making breakfast. Su Mo finally understood why those women in later generations said that if they didn't have some ability, they shouldn't marry soldiers. They would die of drought in drought and flood in flood. She hadn't experienced drought yet, but she felt the flood, which was really enough. Lu Chongjing entered the room and saw that Su Mo had woken up. He quickly got some hot water and asked his wife to wash up. There was no other way. He had gone too far last night. If he didn't behave well today, his wife would probably be really angry. Su Mo ignored him and got up to wash up outside. Lu Chongjing accompanied her carefully. "Wife, it's cold. Don't use cold water. I boiled some hot water." After that, he poured out the cold water that Su Mo used to brush her teeth and replaced it with the warm water he had prepared. Su Mo was really angry and amused to see his servile appearance. After brushing her teeth, Lu Chongjing wrung out the towel for Su Mo and handed it to her. "Come on, wife. Wipe your face."
Shumo.
Su Mo still took the towel after giving him a glare, but she also spoke. "You don't have to do this. It's okay. I'm happy to serve my wife." Seeing Su Mo wipe her face, Lu Chongjing took the towel, washed it, wrung it again, and handed it over. His wife likes to be clean, and she wipes her face several times. After washing up, Su Mo went to the toilet again, and then went to have breakfast. Lu Chongjing cooked porridge for breakfast, with pickled vegetables, which he probably got from his parents early in the morning. There was a bowl of chicken soup left over from last night, and Lu Chongjing heated it up and gave it to Su Mo. "After dinner, let's go to the county town. I want to buy some vegetable seeds, some cotton, and some cloth to make a cotton padded jacket. The weather is getting cold, and I didn't bring a cotton padded jacket. By the way, I'll call my uncle."
Su Mo said.
"Okay, I'll listen to my wife." Lu Chongjing agreed immediately. His task these days is to accompany his wife well. She can do whatever she wants. After dinner, Lu Chongjing washed the dishes, rode his bicycle, and took his wife to the city. As soon as the couple arrived at the entrance of the village, they saw a small car rushing over. In this day and age, small cars are extremely rare things. The couple couldn't help but take a second look. After passing the couple, the car suddenly stopped. A young man got out of the car and shouted to the two, "Comrade, are you Comrade Lu Chongjing?" Lu Chongjing stopped and asked, "Yes, what's the matter?" The young man ran over quickly. "Great. Comrade Lu Chongjing, I'm from the County Armed Forces Department. I received a call from your unit saying that there is an urgent military matter and you need to return to the team urgently. We are here to pick you up at the train station. There is no train station in Qingxi County, so you have to go to the city." Lu Chongjing was startled, got off the car, and saluted. "Thank you for your hard work, comrade. You go to our brigade headquarters and wait for me first. I'll tell my family, and I'll be there in an hour at most." "Okay," the young man said, then ran back to the car and drove to the brigade headquarters. Although she knew that Lu Chongjing would return to the team in a few days, she was stunned for a moment when she was about to leave so suddenly. "Wife, I can't accompany you to the county town." Lu Chongjing was reluctant, but as a soldier, this was his mission. Whenever the motherland needs him, no matter where he is, he will rush there at the first time. "It's okay. Let's go back. I'll help you pack your things,"
Su Mo said. "Okay."
Lu Chongjing turned the car around and rode to their little home. They didn't speak all the way. After returning home, Lu Chongjing parked the car. "Wife, you pack first. I'll go tell my grandfather and parents."
"Okay." Shumonadi.
Yesterday's clothes were washed by Lu Chongjing this morning, and they are still wet and hanging on the clothesline. Fortunately, he was wearing casual clothes yesterday, and I don't know if he wants to take them with him. Su Mo returned to the room and took out Lu Chongjing's luggage bag from the kangchin. There were only 2 sets of military uniforms in it, and nothing else. Su Mo suddenly felt a little uncomfortable. Thinking that it would take him 2 or 3 days to go back to the army by car, he would need food on the road. Su Mo quickly lit a fire and took out the 10 or so eggs in the cupboard to boil. It is said that a poor family is rich on the road. Lu Chongjing had given all his money to him, so he should not have much money on him. He quickly went back to the Kong and counted out 10 big Unity coupons from the small cupboard. He also took out some food coupons. It seems that food coupons are also needed to buy food on the train. After taking the money and coupons, Su Mo didn't know what else to pack. Suddenly, she felt a little empty in her heart. After thinking for a while, he took out 2 cans of luncheon meat from the space, tore off the label paper on the can, and stuffed them into Lu Chongjing's luggage bag after confirming that there were no other marks on the bottle that could easily expose the secret. As for the material issue, the materials of the imported goods in the Friendship Store are different from those in China. When Lu Chongjing came back, he saw his young wife sitting on the edge of the Kong with her head down. When she heard his voice, she looked up at him, and her eyes seemed to be a little red. Lu Chongjing felt a pain in his heart. "Wife, I'm back.
"Oh."
I boiled eggs for you, but you have to wait a while. Your clothes are all in the luggage bag. There's nothing to pack, and yesterday's clothes are still wet. Do you want to take them with you?" Su Mo quickly stood up and said,
"Don't take it with you.
"Leave it at home." "Okay. Well, I got you 2 cans of luncheon meat. You can eat them in the car. Also, I put 100 yuan and a few food coupons in your bag. Remember to keep them and don't lose them." "Wife, I have money on me." "You don't need to take money. You can keep it for spending. Take the canned luncheon meat back and keep it for eating. Poor at home, rich on the road. Take it with you. In case you need to spend money on the road. Take the canned food with you. If you don't eat it on the road, you can eat it when you get to the team." Lu Chongjing looked at his wife, who was trying her best to pretend to be calm, walked over and hugged her. "Wife, I'm sorry." He must let her join the army as soon as possible. "Don't say that. You have to defend your country. This is your mission." Su Mo was a little confused. When she married Lu Chongjing, she thought that they could just get what they needed and live together. But now when she heard that he was leaving, she was reluctant and felt bitter. Could it be that she had been alone and worried for so long, and suddenly came to a peaceful era, and her husband treated her well, so she began to sink? After hugging for a while, Lu Chongjing finally let go. Wife, I have to go. If it wasn't a particularly urgent matter, the army wouldn't have known that he was married and directly asked the County Armed Forces Department to pick him up. Well, okay. Have a safe trip. Su Mo said, don't worry, I will take care of grandpa and parents on your behalf. Lu Chongjing gave her all the money, and he would send money back every month in the future. There was nothing wrong with her taking care of the elders on his behalf. The eggs were cooked, and Su Mo went out and picked up the eggs. After searching for a long time, she couldn't find anything to put them in, so she directly took the lunchbox she used to eat at the educated youth camp to put them in. Lu Chongjing looked at the lunchbox full of eggs and said, you don't need so many. Just take a few and save the rest for yourself. Take them all, I'll buy more here, you'll be in the car for 2 or 3 days. Su Mo insisted, take the other things too. In order to reassure his wife, Lu Chongjing also took a step back. Okay, I'll take everything, but you really don't need so much money. 50 at most will be enough for me. Okay. Su Mo didn't insist. Lu Chongjing took out the banknotes from the luggage bag, counted out 5 and gave them back to Su Mo, and then stuffed the lunchbox of eggs into the luggage bag. Wife, remember to lock the courtyard door and the house door when you go to bed at night. If there's anything, go to my parents and my eldest brother. Don't worry about the firewood in the winter. I told Lu Guoping yesterday, he will find someone to help you get it, and you can give them some money when the time comes. Lu Chongjing said worriedly. And don't work too hard. Do farm work if you want to, and don't do it if you don't want to. We don't need those work points. Just be well, that's all. I'll write to you when you get to the army. If you need anything, just write to me or send me a telegram or call me. I've just written down the phone number and put it on the table. Listening to Lu Chongjing's mumbling, Su Mo suddenly had tears in her eyes. I know. You don't have to worry about me. I'll take care of myself. You have to take care of yourself in the army, too. You have a wife now. Lu Chongjing kissed Su Mo's forehead. Don't cry. I'll be back when I have a vacation.
Yeah.
Su Mo forced a smile and nodded. Let's go, I'll take you. Seeing Su Mo like this, Lu Chongjing felt so distressed that he almost exploded. He hugged Su Mo and kissed her hard again, then picked up the luggage bag and strode out. He had to leave quickly. If he stayed any longer, he would be reluctant to leave. Su Mo hurriedly followed behind. When passing by Lu's house, Lu Qing'an and Li Wei were already waiting at the door. Li Wei was holding a small bundle in her hand. Third brother, Mother cooked a few eggs for you and made a few pancakes for you. Take them with you on the road. Mom, my wife also cooked eggs. Lu Chongjing took the bundle and thought about giving the eggs back to his parents. Take them with you. If you can't finish them on the road, take them back to your comrades. It's so urgent and your family didn't prepare anything for you to take. Li Wei held down Lu Chongjing's hand to untie the bundle. The 3 of them sent Lu Chongjing all the way to the brigade headquarters. Lu's eldest brother Lu Xingjuan was also at the entrance of the brigade headquarters at this moment, chatting with the young man who was driving. Seeing Lu Chongjing coming, the young man quickly turned the car around. Dad, mother, wife, eldest brother, I'm leaving. Well, third brother, don't worry, I'm at home. I'll take care of it. Lu Xingjuan said. Lu Chongjing waved his hand, then turned around and strode towards the car. After Lu Chongjing got on the car, it drove away. Li Wei looked at her third daughter-in-law with red eyes and felt guilty. Everyone said it was good to marry a soldier, but only the family members of soldiers could understand the feeling. They could only stay at home for a few days in a year, and they were always worried, afraid that they would hear bad news one day. Now, there was one more person who was worried. The few of them stood there for a while until they could no longer see the car. Third wife, let's go back. Li Wei said, if you need anything, just come to our house. We are all family, there is no need to be polite. Yes. Su Mo nodded and followed Li Wei back. Lu Qing'an and Lu Xingjuan entered the office of the team headquarters. They were about to pay the public grain and settle the accounts at the end of the year. It was a busy time for them, the brigade cadres. Lu Xingjuan was now reviewing the brigade's accounts for the year and reviewed the income and expenditure in detail. This had to be announced to the brigade members so that there would be no discrepancies in the accounts, and it would be bad if he was suspected of corruption. Lu Qinggan entered the office, and seeing that no one else was there, he took out a watch from his pocket and handed it to Lu Xingjuan. The watch that the third brother had before. He said it was for you. Lu Xingjuan was a little surprised, but also a little happy. Give it to me? Will the second brother have any objection? Lu Qinggan waved his hand. The third brother said it was for you. What can he have any objection to? He gets his own salary, and he will buy it if he needs it. Lu Qinggan was the only one in the Lu family who had a watch, which was a national award given to Lu Boming. After Lu Boming stopped being the branch secretary, he gave it to Lu Qinggan. The quality of watches at that time was top-notch, and after so many years, it is still in good condition because it has been well taken care of. The third brother said that it was broken once when he was on a mission before, and it seems to be a little inaccurate after it was repaired, and it needs to be calibrated at least every 2 days. Okay, no problem. Lu Xingjuan put on the watch happily. Not to mention calibrating it every 2 days, it is no problem to calibrate it once a day. It seems that the third brother is still closer to him as the eldest brother. Then you go ahead and do your work. I'll go to the pig farm to have a look. Lu Qingyan said, and walked away with his hands behind his back. The pen will be open soon. In addition to the task pigs, the others are all for the brigade to generate income, so they can't be careless. The division of labor between Lu Qingyan and the brigade leader Lu Baogua is very clear. One is responsible for production, and the other is responsible for the economy, sideline. Lu Qingyan is responsible for the sideline. In recent years, the Lujia Village Production Brigade has successively engaged in pig farming, chicken farming, sheep farming, and other sideline businesses. Although it can't be said that the benefits are amazing, it is much better than just digging for food from the land. It can be seen from the fact that the brigade's work points are becoming more and more valuable year by year. This year, the new canal began to be used. Their brigade has a good location and planted a lot of fine grains. The output is also good. Several collective sideline businesses are also good. As long as there are no problems, they can sell these things to the purchasing station. This year's evaluation of the advanced brigade is stable. Li Wei looked at her third daughter-in-law who walked with her head down and didn't say a word and sighed helplessly in her heart. I don't know if she is pregnant in these 2 days. If there is a child, I won't be so lonely. Arriving at Lu's house, Su Mo looked up and said to Li Wei, Mom, I'll go back then. Li Wei waved her hand. Go ahead. If you need anything, just come home and tell me. I'll be at home growing vegetables these days, and won't go to work. Although the work in the autumn harvest field was over, there was still work to rub corn, which was worth 6 work points a day. The eldest and second sons went to rub corn. The vegetables at home were all grown for the third son's wedding, so she had to plant them. Although it was too late to plant now, it was better to eat them young than nothing. After Su Mo got home, she looked at the empty house and suddenly felt particularly lonely. Obviously, only one person was missing. Su Mo sat alone on the Kong and started to be emo. After being emo for a while, she began to cheer herself up. Su Mo, cheer up, it's time to start your new life. Think about your parents who are about to go to the cowshed, and think about your ambitions when you first came. Now is the time to act. Have you sold the fruits and vegetables? Have you written the manuscript? Have you found the ginseng? Have you started to make money?
No.
Are you just thinking of staying at home and spending the salary earned by Lu Changjing's injury and blood? Su Mo cheered herself up and cheered herself up again. Due to her personality, Su Mo can cheer herself up as soon as possible at any time and face life with a positive and optimistic attitude. Thinking of Lu Changjing's contact information, Su Mo went to find it. Sure enough, on the con table, she found a piece of paper with the mailing address and contact number of Lu Changjing's troops written on it. Lu Changjing's handwriting is like him, strong and powerful, iron-like and silver-like. Su Mo folded the paper and put it into the space. After taking out an apple from the space and eating it with a slurp, Su Mo went to the west room to put the earthen cloth in the bamboo basket into the space, hung the bamboo basket on the back seat of the bicycle, and pushed the bicycle out. After locking the door of the house and the courtyard door, Su Mo rode to Lu's house to say hello to Li Wei. Mom, I'm going to call my uncle and buy some cotton and cloth to make a cotton padded jacket. I didn't bring a cotton padded jacket with me. Do you have anything you want me to bring? Li Wei waved her hand. No, you can go early and come back early. The old man had told her about this matter, so it would be better to call early. The third brother's family probably married himself without informing his family. Su Mo was still a little touched when she saw that Li Yui didn't ask anything. They should all know that something happened in her family, but they didn't say anything or ask anything, just pretending not to know. Isn't this a kind of respect for her? Su Mo rode on her bicycle and set off. She originally wanted to go to the Commune Supply and Marketing Cooperative to buy it, but when she saw the crowded appearance, Su Mo decisively gave up and continued to go to the county. When passing a section of the road, Su Mo looked left and right and saw no one, so she stopped and turned a bamboo basket of apples out of the space, which was also covered with coarse cloth. This bamboo basket of apples weighed about 50 kilograms. Although it was a little heavy, after getting used to it, Su Mo rode very steadily. After arriving at the county supply and marketing cooperative, Su Mo parked her bicycle against the wall, locked it, and went in. There were more people in the county supply and marketing cooperative than the previous 2 times, but it was not as scary as the commune supply and marketing cooperative. It was the same enthusiastic Sister Lu as before. When she saw Su Mo, she shouted loudly, "Sister Su, you are here? What are you buying today?" "Sister Lu, I am here to buy cotton and cloth today to make a cotton padded jacket."
Shomoshmail.
"I want 5 kilograms of cotton, 13 feet of cotton cloth, and 7 feet of khaki cloth." "Okay, no problem. I will get it for you after I help this comrade get the things." Sister Lu smiled, and then quickly helped the aunt to get the things and collected the money. "Sister Su, what color khaki do you want? It happens that a piece of army green came in 2 days ago, and there is still some left. How about it?" These days, army green cloth is the best-selling one, and Sister Su is also very lucky. She can always catch up with the fashionable goods every time she comes. "Okay, then the army green one." Su Mo didn't have any big requirements. "What color of cotton cloth do you want?" "For making cotton padded jackets, white lining looks good, but it doesn't resist getting dirty. Floral ones resist getting dirty a little, and they also look good." "Okay, I'll follow your recommendation, big sister. I'll have the floral one." Su Mo was very straightforward. Big Sister Lu smiled so hard that her eyes almost squinted. She hurried to the fabric counter to get the 2 kinds of cloth. This floral cotton cloth is a little more expensive than white cotton cloth. It costs 29.5 cents per foot, so 13 feet is 3.83 and 5 cents. Khaki costs 46.5 cents per foot, so 7 feet is 3.25 and 5 cents. The total is 7.9 yuan plus 2 meters of cloth coupons. "Okay, and I want 5 caddies of cotton." Cotton costs 1.15 yuan per caddy, so the total is 5.75 yuan plus 5 caddies of cotton coupons. Su Mo gave the cloth coupons, cotton coupons, and 15 yuan to the big sister, and the big sister got 2.16 yuan in change. When she got married, the commune gave her 16 feet of cloth coupons. Later, Lu Changzheng gave her another 10 feet. She used up 3 feet to buy pillowcases for the wedding, and now she has used up 20 feet. In an instant, there are only 3 feet of cloth coupons left. It is so difficult to get dressed these days. The cotton at that time was not as compacted as in later times, so 5 jean of cotton still has some volume. Sister Lu took a large net bag and packed it for Su Mo. "Sister Su, do you need anything else?" Su Mo thought about how Lu Changzheng didn't have any thick clothes when she helped him pack just now, so she asked, "Do you have wool yarn?" "Yes, do you want pure wool yarn or blended yarn?" Pure wool yarn is 16.30 yuan per jean and blended yarn is 13.94 yuan per jean. "Which one do you want?" Sweaters knitted with pure wool yarn are warmer, softer, and more comfortable. "I want pure wool yarn,"
Su Mo said.
Lu Changzheng wanted to give her the best of everything, so she couldn't let him use the bad ones. "Are you knitting for yourself or for your lover?" "For my lover. With his physique, he will probably need 2.5 kilograms of medium thick yarn." Then give me 2.5 kilograms. Sister Lu narrowed her eyes with a smile. What color do you want? There are black, gray, and navy blue. I want gray. Okay, 2.5 kilograms of yarn, 40 yuan and 75 cents, and 8 industrial coupons. Su Mo gave the money ticket, and Sister Lu wrapped the yarn in a piece of newspaper and put it in the net bag, then took out a few knitting needles from the corner. These knitting needles are defective, but they don't affect their use. Since you get along well with me, I'll give them to you. As she said that, she also wrapped them up and put them in the net bag. Su Mo was straightforward and generous every time she bought things, and Sister Lu really liked her. If there were more customers like Su Mo, she would definitely be the annual model. Not to mention the bonus, just this honor is quite glorious. The knitting needles are not worth much, so I just gave them away. Thank you, Sister Lu. Su Mo said with a smile. There are a lot of things I will help you take them out and put them away. Sister Lu smiled and helped Su Mo take the things out. Seeing that the big bamboo basket on Su Mo's bicycle was full, Sister Lu was a little surprised. Oh, Sister Su bought a lot of things. Su Mo smiled. I didn't buy these. The team distributed some apples this year, and my family asked me to deliver them to a relative, but the relative was not here today, so I have to take them back. Su Mo also wanted to test her, so she made up an excuse. As she said that, she lifted the earthen cloth covering the apples, took out 2, and handed them to Sister Lu. Sister Lu, let me give you a taste of them. I just picked them yesterday. When Su Mo lifted the earthen cloth, Sister Lu saw the basket of big, red and juicy apples, and her eyes widened. Oh my God, she's been working in the supply and marketing cooperative for so many years, but she has never seen such fresh and juicy apples. They look delicious. Sister Lu took the apple from Su Mo's hand, leaned in to smell it, and the fruity fragrance was very strong, and the quality was excellent. Sister Lu's eyes flashed, and she leaned in to whisper, Sister Su, do you have more of these apples at home? There are still some. Can you give me some of your apples? Sister Lu whispered. Sure enough, she came to buy things twice, and Sister Lu's sales champion posture made her feel that she should not only sell things in the supply and marketing cooperative. In the period novels she had read before, many employees of the supply and marketing cooperative would secretly sell some things privately. This is not good.
Su Mo pretended to hesitate.
The child at home is sick and shouts for apples every day. Sister sees that your fruit is juicy and looks better than the ones in the supply and marketing cooperative. Just do me a favor and give me some. Sister Lu said sincerely. Well, how much do you want, sister? Why don't you give me all the apples in this basket so you don't have to take them back? Sister Lu asked carefully. Is that so? Su Mo seemed to be very conflicted, and after a while she said, Well, okay then. Then come with me, Sister Su. My home is behind the supply and marketing cooperative, very close. Sister Lu said hello to her colleagues and took Su Mo home. Sister, I won't take advantage of you. The apples sold in the supply and marketing cooperative are more than 40 cents per pound. Your apples are of good quality, so I'll give you 50 cents per pound. Sister Lu's home was indeed behind the supply and marketing cooperative. It only took 5 minutes to walk there by bicycle. It was a bungalow with a yard. After arriving home, Sister Lu closed the gate, took out a bamboo basket and moved the apples in Su Mo's bamboo basket into the basket one by one. After moving them, she shook it. This basket is about 50 jin, so let's count it as 50 jin, how about that? Su Mo nodded, and Sister Lu counted out 25 yuan and gave it to Su Mo. On the way to send Su Mo out, Sister Lu said again, Sister Su, if there are people in your team who don't like to eat apples, you can send them to me. I have many relatives, so I can send them here and there. No matter how many there are, I can deliver them all. In fact, both sides knew that the other side's lies were the most false. Sister Lu couldn't be so generous as to send so many apples to her relatives. Those so-called relatives should be her customers. Su Mo's apples couldn't be grown locally. Such quality can only come from other places. Both sides knew it well, but they both benefited from it and didn't expose each other. Su Mo looked at Sister Lu's attitude and estimated that she had been doing this for a long time. There must be someone behind her. Some people may not be willing to eat it. But is it okay to send it to you?
Su emo pretended to hesitate.
Regardless of her acting skills, she still had to act a little. No problem. Go back and tell them that your relatives like these apples very much. You don't have many at home, so you can exchange some with them to give them to others. I often have relatives in the countryside sending me things. From now on, you will be my sister. What's the problem with sending me some vegetables and fruits? Sister Lu smiled and suggested. You want vegetables too? Su and Mo pretended to be surprised. Yes, of course. People in the city don't eat vegetables. But they have to be fresh and good-looking. Although Qingxi County is not like a big city where you need a vegetable book or food coupons to buy vegetables, the vegetables sold at the supply and marketing cooperatives every day are few in variety and not particularly fresh. Some of the leafy vegetables are still wilted. If there are fresh ones, everyone will naturally be happy to eat fresh ones. Then Sister Su, when will you send apples to my sister again? The basket just now will probably be divided up tonight.
I don't know about that. I have to go back and ask.
I don't think there will be many. She probably has about 600 kilograms of apples in her space. She can sell 400 kilograms at most and keep the rest for herself. For apples like apples, it takes 2 to 3 years to bloom and bear fruit after planting. Her wood-type ability must reach the 3rd level before she can accelerate the apple seeds to bear fruit at one time. At her current speed of upgrading by absorbing wood-type energy, it is estimated that it will take at least 2 years to upgrade to the 3rd level, so she has to keep some fruits with long growth cycles for herself. Okay, send it over when you're done. Your apples are good, don't worry. Sister Lu smiled, waved goodbye to Su Mo at the intersection, and went back to work at the supply and marketing cooperative. Su and Mo went to the post office to call Su Tingda, and the things she bought from the supply and marketing cooperative were placed in a bamboo basket, still covered with coarse cloth. In those days, long-distance calls were still very expensive because long-distance calls needed to be transferred constantly, and they were charged by the minute. At that time, the long-distance call fee was 1.1 yuan per minute. Public telephones in the city were cheaper, only 4 cents per call, and there was no time limit. If you need to pass on a message, you need to pay a paging fee of 3 cents per call. After Su and Mo told the operator of the post office the area and number, the operator began to draw lots to transfer the call. After the call was connected, the call was handed over to Su and Mo and left the small cubicle for the call. This phone number was given to her by Geng Chongqing on the day of her wedding. The original owner had a phone at home, and Su Tingda mostly called back before, so the original owner didn't know the number. The quality of long-distance calls these days is quite poor, and the receiver is full of the rustling sound of electricity. Uncle? Su and Mo called out tentatively. You girls still remember to call? You didn't even tell me in advance about such a big thing as marriage. I wrote you a letter. You may not have received it yet. Besides, I don't remember the phone number. Uncle Geng just told me the day before yesterday. Su and Mo hurriedly explained. Su Tingda choked. This girl didn't even remember the phone number. Long story short, what's the situation with the man? His name is Lu Chongzheng, 24 years old, from the Lujia Village Production Brigade of Hongqi Commune, and currently the Deputy Battalion Commander of the 11th Regiment of the 4th Garrison Division of the Shenyang Military Region. Su Tingda raised his eyebrows, knowing it quite clearly. Why are you getting married in such a hurry? Were you coerced? Based on his understanding of his niece, she should like the kind of gentle and elegant type, not the soldier type. He's handsome, I like him.
Shutinde.
How could she say such shameless words seriously? This is still his shy little niece? Could it be that her personality changed suddenly because of family matters? This is not impossible. This girl has been smooth sailing since she was a child, and she has never suffered such hardships. Su Tingda is a man, so it is not appropriate to discuss such things with his niece, so he had to change the subject. Is he good to you? Very good. What about him? Let him come and talk to me. He returned to the team urgently today. Su Tingda was silent. This is the bad thing about soldiers. He left after only 2 days of marriage. How are his parents? How is his family? Are they good to you? They're all good. We have our own house and don't live with them. Only then did Su Tingda feel a little relieved. Just do a little farm work, just to show your appreciation. Uncle will send you money every month. We don't have to rely on that little work. When we find an opportunity in the future, let Chongqing see if there is a job and arrange one for you. Uncle, no need. My wife will send me money. He is him, I am me, and we are from the Su family. We don't need to rely on others for support.
Shumo.
What kind of declaration is this from a domineering boss? But she has to say that she likes it. Uncle, it's really not necessary. Before I went to the countryside, I got a non-staff correspondent certificate from Haisher newspaper, and I can make money by contributing articles to the newspaper. The royalties are only a few dollars, take it. A woman must have money in her own hands, her natal family can be relied on, and she can stand firm in her husband's family. If she relies on a man to support her, she will lose the initiative. It must be said that Su Tingda really considers his niece. Su Mo was touched and did not refuse. When she really received the remittance slip for the royalties in the future, she would send it to him. With evidence, he should believe it. Thank you, uncle. After she entered the book, besides Lu Chongzheng, this was the second person she felt genuinely cared for by. This girl, she is still being polite to your uncle. I had sent her a lot of money before, but I had never seen her be so polite. She really has grown up. By the way, Uncle has received your letter. Don't worry, Uncle knows what's going on. Su Tingda changed the subject.
Received?
That's pretty fast. Su Mo calculated, it was only 9 days at most. This time it was so fast because of air transport. Normally, it would take at least half a month. Su Tingda said, so if there is an emergency, just send a telegram or call Uncle. Mailing a letter is too slow.
Yeah. Shumo.
How did you know they would go there? Only insiders knew this news at the time. How could Xiao Mo know it when she was so far away in Hejiang province? Yang Suyin wrote to me. Su Mo said this on purpose, just to let Su Tingda check the Yang family. Father Yang harmed the original owner's family. Don't think it will be so insignificant. Su Tingda's eyes were stern. How could the Yang family know? Okay, Uncle will take care of this. You don't have to worry about it. Don't take too many risks. The most important thing is to take care of yourself. These things are not suitable to be said on the phone, so they are all hastily passed over. I'll let your aunt come to see you in a while. If you need anything, tell her and let her take it over. Su Tingda thought about it, but he was still worried, so he decided to let his wife go and see it. Only then would he feel at ease. No need, Uncle, it's so far, it's too hard for Aunt. From Guangxi province to Hejiang province, with the current railway transportation, it will take at least 10 days, right? It's so painful to transfer on the train. It's okay. She was going to Haisher to take care of things, anyway. Now that she's in Haisher, she'll go north to see you. Su Mo. This isn't just going north, she's already walked to the northernmost tip of the country. Okay, the phone bill is expensive, so I won't say much. Don't worry about Haishi's affairs. Uncle will take care of it. Don't worry about Uncle here. Uncle knows what's going on. Your aunt will contact you when she leaves. Just tell her what you want then. Take care of yourself and try to take care of other things as much as you can. Su Tingda was used to being a leader, so he hung up the phone after explaining things. Su Mo. Listening to the busy tone on the phone, Su Mo had no choice but to hang up the phone and silently went to pay the phone bill. Just a few words took 8 minutes, and the phone bill was 1.1 yuan per minute, so the total cost was 8.8 yuan. Su Mo felt a little painful. How many letters could she send? After Su Tingda hung up the phone, his aunt Fu Manhua, who had listened to the whole process, sneered. Did I say I was going to Hejiang province?
You decided for me.
Su Tingda said with a smile. My niece is getting married, and you, as her aunt, must go to see her. Fu Manhua sneered, but didn't say she wouldn't go. Her old Su loved to worry about his brother's family the most. Those who knew him knew he was the elder brother, and those who didn't thought he was the father. Your niece has become much more sensible after this incident. She even wrote a letter to ask her uncle to save herself first and stop running around for their family's affairs.
What are you talking about?
Xiaoma has always been very sensible, but She didn't know how to express it before.
Shutinderi tortit.
Fu Manhua didn't comment. She actually didn't like her brother-in-law's family very much. She felt that they were too high profile. They were meticulous in their daily food, clothing, and daily expenses, which was not in line with the hard-working and simple style advocated by the country. Especially Suemo, who would not wear anything other than clothes from the friendship store, as if she was afraid that others would not know that their family had overseas connections. You see, this is what happened. Whenever something happened to their family, old Su would run around asking for help from his connections, and he might even be dragged into the water. Your niece has written to you, asking you to protect yourself first. You should take it easy for a while, did you hear me?
Fu Manhua warned.
Your identity is sensitive to begin with. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. I know what I'm doing. Su Tingda waved his hand. What the Hades do you know? Your niece understands this, don't you? Fu Manhua was angry. Only if you're still in power, their family will have hope of turning things around. If you fall, who will support them? And Xiaoma also said that she will take good care of her parents over there. Chongqing is over there too, but he will just work harder, and his life will not be in danger. Su Tingda sighed, I know. Now that you know it, you must practice what you preach. As soon as Ting Qian gets into trouble, I will immediately publish an announcement in the newspaper to sever ties with you and Xiaoma, so as not to waste his kindness. In this regard, Fu Manhua was quite satisfied with her brother-in-law. Well, I understand.
Shutinde narit.
Su Tingda is 8 years older than Su Tingqian. When he was a child, his parents were busy with work, so he and the servants took care of his younger brother together, so the two brothers had a very good relationship. Even though they grew up and chose different paths, their feelings have not changed. He knew that Tingqian was not as carefree and unrestrained as he appeared, but also a man with ambitions. It's just that their backgrounds were special, and at that time, one of them had to stay at home. As the eldest son, he should have shouldered the burden of the family. It was Tingqian who could not bear to see his years of hard work go to waste, so he chose to shoulder the burden of the family so that he could stay in the army without worries. His father and Tingqian also made a lot of efforts behind the scenes for him to be promoted so smoothly in the army. Moreover, Tingqian almost took on all the risky relationships. The remittance vouchers sent by his uncle were also sent to Tingqian. Tingqian received them and then exchanged them for the vouchers and things they needed in Haishur and then sent them to them. Even when his father passed away and the family property was divided, Tingqian gave him the original passbook of the family, and he took the dividends from that book himself. You know, there was not much money in the passbook for dividends at that time, and no one knew whether there would be more money later. His younger brother treated him like this, and now his younger brother is in trouble. How can he not be anxious? What's more, there is another hidden reason for Tingqian's accident. Their old Su family has been operating for several generations, so it is naturally impossible for them to have that little property. How could his father, such a far-sighted person, not make multiple preparations? His father had long ago exchanged a batch of gold bars and antique calligraphy and paintings and divided them into two parts, one hidden in Yangcheng and the other in Haishur. His father kept the secret, and what's more, there is another hidden reason for Tingqian's accident. Their old Su family has been operating for several generations. After their father passed away, they also followed his father's will. The real estate and collections in Yangcheng belonged to him, and those in Haishur belonged to his younger brother. However, the situation was already beginning to get chaotic at that time. For safety, the two brothers didn't even tell their bedmates about this, let alone look at those collections. I don't know how the news was leaked that the Su family had a batch of treasures, which aroused the covetousness of the group of wealth wolves, and designed to frame his brother. Thinking of this, Su Tingda's fists hardened. But now in this special period, his identity as a descendant of a capitalist is already a bit embarrassing. If he keeps running around, he may really be dragged into the water by someone with ulterior motives. His wife is right. Now he should protect himself first, so that Tingqian's family can have hope of turning over. After this incident, Xiaoma felt that she had grown up a lot and should be able to take good care of her parents. When the time comes, let his wife go to see them, and he will send them more money and things, and first get through the last few years of the storm. After thinking it through, Su Tingda said, Manhua, call Lao Xia, and tell him not to worry about that matter. Okay, I'll call right away. Seeing that her own Lao Su finally figured it out, Fu Manhua was very happy. In the future, we will send more money and things to Xiaoma. If the money at home is not enough, we can use the money in that passbook. There is 100,000 yuan on that passbook. Fu Manhua glared at him. Can't our salaries support Xiaoma? And do we need that passbook? At this time, the passbook must not be touched, so as not to be targeted. Her family Lao Su's salary is not low, 200 yuan a month, and she herself is a doctor, and she also has a salary of 65 yuan a month. Both sons are serving in the army and they have been promoted to cadres and have salaries. The family expenses are not big, and they have saved several thousand yuan over the years. Popular science. From the 1950s to the 1970s, the salary standards for doctors in China were divided into 8 levels. Taking the 8 categories of regions as an example, the first level salary was 35.5 yuan, the second level salary was 41.5 yuan. The third level salary was 48 yuan, and the fourth level salary was 56.87 yuan. The fifth level salary was 66.53 yuan, and the sixth level salary was 77.85 yuan. The seventh level salary was 90.08 yuan, and the eighth level salary was 112.5 yuan. Salaries fluctuated by several yuan depending on the region. At that time, the regions were divided into 11 categories, with the lowest salary in the first category and the highest salary in the 11th category in the plateau area. After leaving the post office, Su Mo rode her bike to the street where Lu Chongjing's comrade's house was located according to her memory. When passing a blind spot, Su Mo looked around to make sure there was no one nearby. Then she got off the bike, put the bike into the space, and went into the abandoned and collapsed house nearby. Sumo changed into work clothes, darkened her skin with dark foundation, thickened her eyebrows, put on a pair of old-fashioned black-framed glasses, and a men's wig. Soon, Sumo changed from a delicate and pretty young wife to a thin and honest young male worker who looked about 16 or 17 years old. After observing and making sure there was no one nearby, Sumo came out, took out the bike from the space, and went out the same way. She had observed this place when Lu Chongjing brought her here. Not only was there no one around, but it was also a blind spot, and there was a broken house as a shelter, and the two ends were connected. She changed her clothes inside. As long as there was no one at this turn, no matter which direction she went out, people who saw her would think she came from another direction and would not have any doubts. Su Mo rode her bike to the street where she went to the black market last time. She wanted to see if it was really so troublesome every time she went there, or if they were strangers.
It was the same Annie from last time.
She passed by and asked Su Mo with a smile, "Young man, which store are you going to? I'm familiar with this area and can show you the way." Su Mo lowered her voice and said, "The brigade distributed some fruits and vegetables, and I brought them to my Uncle Su." "Oh, Uncle Su, just keep going along the left side, and it's at the end." The Annie smiled and said. Su Mo kept riding along the left side and soon reached the end. The person inside heard a sound at the door, stuck his head out, and saw that it was a person riding a bike with a basket, so he opened the door and let Su Mo in. After Su Mo went in, he closed the door again and asked, "Buy or sell?"
"Sell."
20 cents. The person said. Su Mo touched the 2 dimes and handed it over. It was really expensive. 2 dimes was enough to buy a pound of white flour. The man took the money and said, "Cover your face and follow me." Su Mo took a towel and covered her face, then pushed the car and left with the man. This time, the car didn't need to be confiscated. It seemed that there was another way to open it. This time, it was very fast. After passing through a door, they arrived at the courtyard they had seen last time. So they were too unique last time, so they had to do that? Su Mo didn't know. That was because Lu Chongjing deliberately showed his domineering side in order to make his wife give up the idea of coming to the black market. Others knew what he was doing at a glance, so they were naturally cautious and guarded. Find a place for yourself, leave after selling, and don't stay too long. Su Emo nodded, found a corner, and parked the car. Then, under the cover of moving the bamboo basket, she reached in, put the large net bag inside into the space, and replaced it with a basket of apples. Su Emo put the bamboo basket on the ground, lifted the earthen cloth, and a basket of red, juicy, and fragrant apples was revealed. A black market man who passed by saw it and came over to ask, "How much do you sell these apples for?" Su Emo came here mainly to explore the situation and didn't want to stay for long, so she quoted a price that was very cheap in the black market. 60 cents a pound. The man immediately said, "Give me 5 pounds. The apples are of good quality, 60 cents is not expensive at all." The supply and marketing cooperatives look at the general ones and require more than 40 cents for tickets. It just so happens that his partner likes to eat apples, so he will buy more at one time.
Okay.
Su Emo replied, and then sadly found that she didn't have a scale. "Well, I don't have a scale." Su Emo was a little embarrassed. "There are some for rent in the black market, 20 cents per time," the man said. Su Emo immediately took out 20 cents and asked the man to bring her a scale. The man quickly brought the scale, and Su Emo also weighed 5 pounds for him neatly, earning 3 yuan. After a while, a few more men came to buy apples, probably because they saw the man just now and thought it was good. The black market staff alone consumed more than 20 kilograms of apples for Su Emo, and the remaining 20 kilograms were sold out in less than an hour. This basket of apples sold a total of 55 kilograms, earning 33 yuan. With the 25 yuan from Sister Lu, she earned 58 yuan from selling apples today, which is more than 1 month's salary for others. After Su Emo evaluated it, she felt that the traffic in this black market was okay, but it was a bit troublesome to come. It was okay to come occasionally, but if you come frequently, you will be easily targeted. The black market boss still has a lot of control over the black market. It seems that it is safer to develop Sister Lu's business. Although the wholesale price is lower, it is convenient and safe. After selling the things, Su Emo put away the bamboo basket and strolled around the black market for a while. She bought 2 kilograms of pork. Seeing that there was pig fat for sale, she bought another 4 kilograms. She was going to go back to make meat oil. Seeing eggs, she bought another 2 kilograms. Pork in the black market costs 1.6 yuan per kilogram, and 2 kilograms cost 3.2 yuan. Pig fat costs 2 yuan per kilogram, and 4 kilograms cost 8 yuan. Pork fat is a top-grade meat. It costs 1.2 yuan per pound at the supply and marketing cooperative with a ticket. It costs 2 yuan here in the black market, which is not expensive. Eggs cost 0.78 yuan per pound at the supply and marketing cooperative with a ticket. Su Emo bought them at a private stall. After bargaining, she got 1.1 yuan per pound. She spent 2.2 yuan for 2 pounds. This trip cost her 13.4 yuan. She immediately spent more than 1/3 of the money she earned from selling apples at the black market. Money is not easy to spend. After buying things, Su Emo left the black market and went back to the place where she had just been. She removed her makeup and changed her clothes. After coming out and taking out the bicycle, Su Emo used the bamboo basket to cover and change things on the spot. First, she put the meat and eggs into the space. The space can keep the meat fresh, so the meat will not go bad no matter how long it is left. After taking out the big net bag, Su Emo took out 3 pounds of cotton and put it away. She would wait until she got back to cut the cloth. Then she took out a dozen more apples, put them in a bamboo basket, covered it with a piece of coarse cloth, and then rode her bicycle out of another exit. After returning to the brigade, Su Emo went to Lu's house to find Li Yue first. "Mom, I bought some apples at the supply and marketing cooperative. I'll give you a few to try." Su Emo took out 7 apples from the basket and put them in a coarse cloth. Li Yue looked out and exclaimed in surprise, "Where did you buy the apples? They are big, red and juicy." It was the first time she had seen such beautiful apples. It was the supply and marketing cooperative in the county. There were not many, so I could only grab these. These apples, give 2 to the eldest and second brother's families, and the remaining 3, 1 each for you, Dad and Grandpa. When they got married, they gave a pair of buckets as a return gift. Okay. Li Yue did not refuse and went to get a bamboo basket and took the apples. Mom, do you know how many stitches are needed to make the sweater that Changzheng wears? Su Mo asked again, in case it is too small and Lu Changzheng is uncomfortable to wear. Are you going to knit a sweater for the third brother? Yes, I bought some wool and plan to knit a sweater for him.
Shomonari.
I really don't know, but the three brothers are all similar in size, and the third brother is a little stronger. You can compare him with his elder and second brothers when the time comes. Li Yue was ashamed. She had never knitted a sweater for the third brother. Sure enough, only one's own woman can feel sorry for a man. That's fine. Su Mo replied and then asked, Mom, can you make cotton padded jackets? Yes. What's the matter? I want to learn how to make cotton padded jackets. Mom, if it's convenient for you, can you come and teach me someday? That's no problem. I'll plant the land today and teach you tomorrow. By the way, do you want to plant the land in front of your door? Mom has vegetable seeds here. Yes, I've bought vegetable seeds today.
Shomori Blythe.
She must be planting seeds that have been improved in later generations. After Su Mo returned home, she put her things away and did her usual accounting. Lu Changzheng took 50 yuan with him today. He spent 53.59 yuan at the supply and marketing cooperative, 8.8 yuan on phone calls, and 13.8 yuan on the black market, a total of 126.19 yuan. She made 58 yuan from selling apples today, so she still has 2,009.44 yuan left. Fortunately, the account has not shrunk much. After calculating the accounts, Su Mo went to the living room again, scooped out a few large bowls of white flour, and took out the cornmeal she brought from the educated youth camp, scooped out 2 bowls of flour and mixed them together, and began to knead the flour. The cornmeal was borrowed from the brigade before, and she had eaten it at the educated youth camp for more than half a month, so there was not much left, probably only about 3 or 4 pounds. After the flour was kneaded, Su Mo covered it and let it rise for a while. Then, she took out some rice noodles from the space and soaked them first. Then she took out a large handful of leeks, a few fresh cabbages, and a few carrots, went to the well to fetch water, and washed them. After washing, Su Mo thought for a moment, and went to the west room to grab a handful of mushrooms to soak. She was going to chop the 2 pounds of meat she bought today, and make some buns with these vegetables. She would not boil the lard now, and wait until the team slaughtered the pigs and distributed the meat. By then, everyone would eat meat, and no matter how fragrant her lard was, no one would say anything. Otherwise, her family would eat meat every day, which would arouse jealousy. Steamed buns were different. They had no fragrance. Once steamed, she would put them into the space, and she could take them out and eat them whenever she wanted. She could eat meat every day without attracting people's attention. She could also send a few to the 3 old people every now and then. Although her supernatural power could not heal, it was good for the human body to eat things that promoted birth for a long time because it contained vitality. The vegetables in her space were still promoted when she was in the 6th level of the supernatural power in the end times, and the vitality contained in them was stronger. For Lu Boming's body, although it could not be cured, it could still relieve some of the pain. The old man didn't have much time left, so she tried her best to show her filial piety to Lu Changzheng and let him live a better life in his last days. After Su Mo chopped the meat, she felt that it was still a little too little, so she took out a can of luncheon meat, scooped out the meat, cut it into small dices, and put it aside. Then, Su Mo cut the washed leeks into small dices, put them in an enamel basin, and cut the carrots into dices for later use. Su Mo first added the edible fine salt she brought from the end of the world to the leeks, stirred it evenly with chopsticks, and added some edible alkali to prevent the leeks from changing color. After stirring evenly, she added an appropriate amount of peanut oil to prevent the water in the leeks from being lost, and the color of the leeks would be more emerald green. Then add the diced carrots and the diced luncheon meat. She grabbed a handful of soaked vermicelli, chopped it up, poured some soy sauce and mixed it, and then poured it into the filling. Then she began to season the food. She first added a spoonful of salt, an appropriate amount of 5-spice powder, a little pepper powder, a little sugar, an appropriate amount of chicken essence, a little oyster sauce, and a little sesame oil. She used chopsticks to mix them thoroughly and dissolve the seasoning. Then a large pot of fragrant leek vermicelli and diced meat stuffing was ready. Although there were more vegetables and less meat, it was already very good in this era. After the stuffing was prepared, Sue and Mo separated a part of the dough that had been waking up, rolled it into long strips, and then divided it into small pieces. Then she started to roll out the wrappers and make the buns. The buns she made were all thin-skinned and large stuffed. She only made more than 50 buns with nearly an enamel basin of stuffing, which was just enough for 2 steamers. The steamers were prepared in the new house a long time ago, and there were 3 in total. Sue and Mo boiled water in a pot and steamed the buns with leek vermicelli and meat stuffing first. Then she continued to cut the cabbage, divided half of the minced meat, mixed the stuffing in the same way as before, and continued to make cabbage and minced meat buns. 20 minutes later, the leek buns were also steamed. Sue and Mo emptied the transparent storage box for clothes in the space, rinsed it with water and wiped it dry, picked up the leek buns from the steamer, put them in the storage box, and stored them in the space. Sue and Mo hadn't eaten much all day and was hungry. After steaming, she tasted one herself. It was very delicious and fragrant. After picking up the leek buns, Sue and Mo steamed the cabbage and minced meat buns again, and also filled 2 steamers. However, the kneaded dough was also used up, so Sue and Mo kneaded the dough again. While the dough was waking up, she washed and chopped the mushrooms, mixed them with the remaining minced meat and vermicelli, and made a mushroom vermicelli and minced meat stuffing. She also filled 2 drawers with a little dough left, so Sue and Mo put it directly into the space and used it next time she made dumplings. After picking up the buns stuffed with Chinese cabbage, Sue and Mo steamed the ones stuffed with mushrooms. There were 3 kinds of stuffings, a total of more than 150 buns. It was estimated that 5 or 6 pounds of white flour were used, and the remaining 2 or 3 pounds of corn flour were all used up. But so many buns were enough for her to eat for a while. At this time, it was already evening. Sue and Mo took a bowl, picked up 3 buns stuffed with leek, and then took one of the remaining cabbages, put it in the bamboo basket, and went to Lu's house. When Sue and Mo arrived, Li Yue was preparing to cook. "Mom, I made some leek buns for you to try. I also bought some cabbage today, but I forgot to give it to you just now, so I brought one for you as well." Li Yue took the bamboo basket and said in surprise, "You can also make buns?" This third brother's wife. It doesn't look like she can cook at first glance. Although the third brother said that his wife's cooking is delicious, she thought that was what the third brother said to comfort her. "Yes, I used to cook at home." Sue and Mo nodded. Although the original owner could not cook, she cooked for herself every day in the end times. Li Yue looked down. Not to mention, the buns were wrapped in a very good shape and were quite big. As for how they tasted, she would have to taste them to know. They are well wrapped.
Li Yue praised.
"Oh, your cabbage is good and very juicy. Where did you buy it?" Li Yue did not say not to buy vegetables. When the third son got married, all the land in her family was dug up. She had to exchange vegetables with people she knew in the village. The third son's wife was not familiar with the villagers. If she did not go out to buy, where could she get vegetables? "I bought it from the county supply and marketing cooperative," Sue and Mo said. "The things in the county supply and marketing cooperative are better than those in our commune." Li Yue said, "If you have finished eating the vegetables, tell Mother, and she will take you to the village to exchange them so that you don't have to go to the city to buy them, which is troublesome." "Okay. Thank you, Mother." Li Yue waved her hand. "We are one family, so let's not have different opinions." Li Yue took a bowl to exchange the buns, handed the basket back to Sue and Mo, and said, "You should go back quickly. Mother is going to cook. Eat the buns while they are hot. Don't let them get cold." Sue and Mo nodded, took the basket, and went back. Li Yue saw that the buns were quite big, and there were still some steamed buns at noon, so she didn't plan to make anything else. She warmed up the steamed buns and fried the cabbage that Sue and Mo gave her, and they could eat in the evening. Li Yue had just finished frying the cabbage when Lu Yuji and Lu Hohot came back from work. Li Yue went to the room and took out 4 apples, shouting, "From the eldest family, the second family, and this is for you from the third family, 2 for each of you," and they said they would share it with everyone to try. Lu usually looked at the big, red apples, took them, and said with a smile, "Thank you so much, third sister-in-law. These apples look delicious." After Lu Hohot took them, she also said, "Third sister-in-law has a good life. She can eat such good apples whenever she wants." Li Yue paused. "Do you want it or not? If not, give it to us old people. We give you things without even saying a word." When she cut a piece of this apple for her father in the afternoon, she also ate a piece. It was really fragrant, crispy, and sweet, and delicious. "Why don't you want it? The two boys at home must eat it." Lu Hohot took the apple and hurried back to the room to put it away. At dinner time, Lu Qingyan was surprised to see that there were steamed buns on the table. "Did you make steamed buns today?" "No, the third daughter-in-law's family sent them, and she made them herself." Li Yue said they also sent apples and cabbage. The cabbage on the table was given by her. Lu Qingyan felt that his third daughter-in-law was really a mystery. He thought she came to avoid disaster because of something going on at home, but she turned out to be familiar with Secretary Geng. She looked like a delicate lady, and she could even cook. However, she was a filial and good child. She had been married for only a few days, but she had sent a lot of things. Yesterday it was chicken soup, and today it was steamed buns and apples. After helping Lu Boming out and sitting down, the three of them began to eat. Lu Qingyan took a steamed bun and broke it open, and immediately a fragrance came to his nose. The leeks were green, dotted with orange-yellow carrot cubes, and there were also sauce-colored transparent vermicelli and a little diced meat, which made people salivate just by looking at it. Lu Qingyan took a big bite, and it tasted really good. He had never eaten such a delicious bun before. It was even better than the ones with meat filling. "Dad, Yue, eat quickly. This bun is really delicious,"
Lu Qingyan said.
Li Yue also took a bite, and her eyes lit up instantly. "Don't say it, the third brother's skill in making buns is really good." After returning home, Su Mo picked up the steamed mushroom-stuffed buns and put them into the space. She also ate 2 of them, and dinner was ready. Then she quickly washed the pot and boiled water. While it was still light, she went to the well to fetch a few buckets of water and poured them into the water tank in the kitchen. After the water was heated, Su Mo took a bath with water. After pouring out the bath water, she washed her clothes. Then she went back to the house and lit the kerosene lamp. First, she closed the wooden window at the back, and then she took out a thick curtain from the space that she didn't know where she got it from before, and hung it on the window next to the Kong in the bedroom. Then she took out a rechargeable desk lamp, turned it on, and went outside to see if it would let in light. After confirming that it would not let in light, Su Mo went back to the house, closed the doors of the house and the room, and took out a desk lamp and turned it on. In an instant, the room became bright. Su Mo breathed a sigh of relief. She finally didn't have to live in the dark. After a short break, Su Mo quickly dismantled the quilt she had sewn before, took out the quilt inside, replaced it with the quilt she brought from the last days, and sewed it again. The replaced quilt was pieced together with coarse cloth and a quilt cover was sewn on. Although it looked a bit ugly, it would not be eye-catching in the cowshed, as long as it was warm enough. The mattress was also pieced together with coarse cloth and sewn on. In this way, the quilt used in the parents' cowshed was ready. Then she took out a thinner quilt to replace the mattress here. However, the quilts in later generations are still very different from those now. Su Mo also pieced together the printed bedsheet she bought from the supply and marketing cooperative before and sewed a cover for the mattress. In this way, she didn't have to worry about someone noticing that her mattress was different. She had washed the printed bedsheet when she was at the educated youth point. When she was done, Su Mo looked at the little coarse cloth left and smiled bitterly. Lack of experience means trouble. It seems that I have to buy another piece of coarse cloth, otherwise it won't be enough to make a cotton padded jacket for one person. After putting the sewn quilt and coarse cloth into the space, Su Mo looked at the time and found that it was already past 10 o'clock. She lit the kerosene lamp, turned off the table lamp, took down the curtains, put them back into the space, and then blew out the light and went to sleep. While Su Mo was sewing the quilt, the first and second rooms of the Lu family were not very peaceful. After dinner, Lu Yuji cut 2 apples and each of the 3 children took half, and she and Lu Xingjuan divided the remaining half. The 3 children were so happy about such delicious apples that they almost swallowed the apple core. This apple is so delicious, I don't know where the 3rd child bought it. Lu Yuji said. It's not like they haven't eaten apples from the supply and marketing cooperative before, and the taste is completely incomparable. Before, they thought the apples sold in the supply and marketing cooperative were delicious, but after eating this, the supply and marketing cooperatives were just so-so. Where else can I buy it? It's either the commune supply and marketing cooperative or the county supply and marketing cooperative. Lu Xingjuan answered. When have you ever seen such good things sold in the supply and marketing cooperative? Lu Yuji didn't believe it. Sometimes, Xiaolan also brought back a lot of good things before. That's different. I think the 3rd brother's family might have bought it in the market. Lu Yuji said in a low voice. Lu Xingjuan immediately sat up straight. Don't talk nonsense. How can a woman from the 3rd brother's family be so bold? Lu Yuji curled her lips. Just watch. Although the 3rd brother's family looks delicate and weak, she is definitely not an ordinary person. Lu Xingjuan laughed. How do you know she is not an ordinary person? If she were an ordinary person, the 3rd brother would have such high standards and would be in a hurry to marry her home after knowing her for a few days? That's true. Lu Xingjuan nodded, and then added, the 3rd brother is good to our family. Don't find fault with the 3rd brother's family. Lu Xingjuan was very happy when he got the watch today. Nonsense, do you need to say that? Do you think I'm the idiot from the 2nd house? Unlike the calmness of the 1st house, the 2nd house seemed to be a bit tense. Originally, the 2 apples were good enough for the 4 members of the family to share half each, but Lu Hohot wanted to keep one to take back to her parents' home. The 2 boys could have eaten half each, but suddenly it became a quarter, so they naturally refused. After a commotion, the 2 boys still shared half each. The remaining one was divided into 2 halves. Lu Weigua and Lu Hohot shared half, and Lu Hohot took the remaining half back to her parents' home. Lu Weigua looked at the woman who wanted to take half of the apple back to her parents' home, and suddenly he regretted it. Was he really wrong to not listen to his parents' advice and insist on marrying Lu Hohot? It seems that his mother was right. If it weren't for her pressure, Lu Hohot would have emptied their house and moved to her parents' home. Now that the family is divided and no one is in charge, even half of the apple has to be taken back to her parents' home. Lu Weigua suddenly felt powerless. But he already had 2 children. What else could he do? He could only be more careful in the future. The next day, before 6 o'clock, Su Mo woke up. After folding the bedding, Su Mo quickly took out the floral cotton cloth, measured 4 feet and cut it, and put it together with the khaki cloth and 2 kilograms of cotton, so that when Li Wei came over, it would be just right to use it. After finishing all this, she went out to wash and go to the toilet. After cleaning herself, she took 2 buns from the space and ate them for breakfast. After eating, she began to find vegetable seeds from the space and prepared to plant the land in the yard. Radish and cabbage, that must be planted, and then Su Mo found spinach, lettuce, cabbage, and leek seeds and prepared to plant them together. These kinds of green vegetables are relatively resistant to low temperatures, and lettuce grows quickly, so it can be harvested before the snow falls. The land in the yard was divided into 8 pieces by Lu Chongzheng in a staggered manner. Su Mo chose 4 larger pieces and sprinkled cabbage and radish seeds on them. Her method of planting was rough, and when the seedlings grew out, she would just pull out the extra ones. The other 4 plots were sprinkled with seeds of spinach, lettuce, leek, and cabbage. When Li Wei came over, she saw Su Mo watering the land, and it seemed that some plant ash was sprinkled on the land. Old Third, what are you doing? Mom, I'm watering the land. I just sprinkled the vegetable seeds. Oh, what vegetables are you planting? I planted some radishes, cabbages, spinach, lettuce, etc. Li Wei looked at the square plots of land and felt that something was wrong. How did you plant them? I just scattered the seeds on the ground and sprinkled some plant ash on it.
Su Mo said.
Li Wei was shocked. You planted radishes and cabbages like this?
Shumonari.
Oh, you can't plant like this. You have to dig holes for radishes and cabbages, put a few seeds in each hole, sprinkle a handful of wood ash, and then cover with soil. That's the only way it will work. If you scatter them like this, they may not grow. And even if they do, they will be too dense. It's okay, Mom, they can grow. If they are too dense, I will pull out the excess ones. Others may not grow, but hers must. Li Wei heard her say this, and it seemed to make some sense, so she didn't say anything else. If she has no vegetables to eat, her family can just give her some. Li Wei originally wanted to come over to teach Su Mo how to make a cotton padded jacket. Seeing that she was watering the land, she helped her water the rest of the land. After handing over the land, Su Mo quickly welcomed Li Wei into the house, took out an enamel pot, and made Li Wei a cup of brown sugar water. She had 3 2-gene cans of old brown sugar in her space, and she had taken out a can yesterday. Li Wei was a little surprised to see that it was brown sugar water, but she felt comfortable in her heart. But she still said, "It's not a festival, and you are family. There is no need to drink brown sugar water. Brown sugar is precious. You can save it for when you need it in the future." The third brother's family is a good one, and they're willing to spend money on their old guys, but they feel that they are a little too extravagant. It's okay, just buy more after you finish drinking. Mother, you have worked hard for the autumn harvest, and you should make up for it. When you go back later, take some back. Su Mo said with a smile. Hey, we are farmers. We are used to it. We don't need brown sugar to replenish. We can just take a break and come back. You keep it and drink it by yourself. Or, if someone comes, it will be decent to make a cup. Good things should be given to family members. No matter how good others give, they just need to say a word.
Su Mo said.
Li Wei really agreed with Su Mo's words, and the look in her eyes when she looked at Su Mo became closer. Since the beginning of collectivization, her family has always been the home of the branch secretary. Lu Boming and Lu Qing'an are both relatively selfless people, so Li Wei has suffered a lot and often gave good things to others. Li Wei, who is often sacrificed for others, also decided to be selfish for once. You are right. Then Mother will not be polite to you. When you go back later, you can pack some back to replenish your father and grandfather. Li Wei said with a smile. She really hasn't drunk brown sugar water for a long time, probably a year. Brown sugar tickets are hard to come by, so I usually save them for my daughter-in-law to use during her confinement.
Okay.
Su Mo also smiled and nodded. Li Wei rested for a while, drank a few more sips of brown sugar water, and said, Okay, Mother will teach you how to make a cotton padded jacket now. Can you make ordinary single clothes before? Su Mo shook her head. Okay, then I'll teach you from the beginning. Apart from anything else, Mother is the best at making clothes in the whole brigade. Li Wei's father used to be a tailor. Although the skills are passed down from father to son, she often watched her father and her brother make clothes when she was a child, and she learned a lot. Unfortunately, her father and her brother were killed by the invaders for the revolution during the difficult days of occupation. Thinking of that period, Li Wei's eyes were a little wet, but she recovered quickly. She is a nurse now, and now her life is stable, which is good. The spirits of her father and her brother in heaven will also feel relieved. Li Wei taught in detail, starting with measuring the size, how to cut and save fabric, how to sew the edges, how to run the sewing, how to lay the cotton, and how to sew the edges, all while explaining. Because there was a sewing machine and Li Wei was quite experienced, she worked very quickly, and by noon, the cotton padded jacket was roughly finished. The rest was to run the sewing more times at the seams and run the sewing more times in the middle. It's getting late. I have to go back to cook for your grandpa and your father. I will come back to teach you how to make pants after dinner.
Li Wei said.
Mom, don't cook. I'll do it here, and you can take it back later. You've been tired all morning. You should take a break. Su Mo said, I still have the steamed buns from yesterday. I'll heat them up, stir-fry some vegetables, and make some egg drop soup. Li Wei thought of the taste of the buns yesterday, and her body nodded before her mind. Thank you for your hard work. I'll tell you when I go back, so your father won't think something's wrong when he sees that there's no food. Okay. Su Mo nodded vigorously. As soon as Li Wei left, Su Mo immediately took 8 or 9 leek stuffed buns and put them in the steamer, boiled water in a pot, and took the steamer out after it was hot. Then she took out 2 tomatoes and 2 eggs and made a tomato egg drop soup. She washed a handful of green vegetables and started to fry them. When Li Wei came over with a basket, she saw that Su Mo had already started frying the vegetables and thought to herself that this third daughter-in-law was quite efficient at work. After Su and Mo finished frying the vegetables, she scooped 3/4 of the vegetables into the bowl that Li Wei brought over, and then scooped the rest into her own bowl. Then she poured more than half of the egg drop soup into the enamel basin with a lid that Li Wei brought over, and then took another bowl and put 6 buns in it. "Oh, you don't need so much. Just 3 buns will be enough,"
Li Wei said.
There was still some corn porridge left in the morning, which was enough for 3 buns. "It's okay, Mother, I still have 8 or 9 left, and they won't last long in this weather." Li Wei took a look and saw that there were indeed 8 or 9 left, so she took them. When Li Wei went back, Lu Ho Hot was also cooking. Seeing that she brought food back from the third brother's house again, she couldn't help but curl her lips. The new daughter-in-law wanted to show off, so she gave her food every day. She wanted to see how long the third brother's family could last. While Su Mo and Li Wei were making cotton padded jackets, far away at the border, Lu Chongjing was lurking with a team of people. Because of the major incident in mid-September, the border relations between the two countries were very tense at the moment. After Lu Chongjing arrived in the county yesterday, he received another call from the army, asking him to go directly to the city and a helicopter would pick him up. So, he left by helicopter only 3 or 4 hours after leaving home. The team arrived at the designated location and stopped to rest for a while. Lu Chongjing bit the hard dry food, thinking about what his wife was doing now. Lu Chongjing took out a photo of Su Mo from his underwear pocket, looked at it, and was about to put it back. A comrade beside him was sharp-eyed and asked after seeing it, "Captain, is this your girlfriend? She is so beautiful."
"No, she is my wife."
"When did you get married?" The comrade was shocked. 2 days ago," Lu Chongjing said. The comrade was silent, not knowing what to say for a while, and finally uttered the word congratulations after a long while. After dinner, Li Wei came to teach Su Mo how to make cotton trousers. Su Mo's learning ability was still very strong. In the morning, she watched Li Wei make cotton-padded clothes and had a general understanding of the production process. As for the cotton-padded clothes, Su Mo volunteered to make them herself, and Li Wei just guided her. Su Mo first sewed the edges of the cotton-padded clothes she made in the morning to familiarize herself with the operation of the sewing machine, and then sewed the cotton to fix it. Soon, she could operate the sewing machine smoothly. Li Wei also sighed in her heart that Su Mo was worthy of being an educated youth from the city. She was smart. She had also taught the eldest and second brothers to make clothes before, but she didn't learn so quickly. After finishing the cotton-padded clothes, Su Mo began to measure her own size, cut the pants pattern, and then sewed, stuffed the cotton, sewed the edges, and sewed. Under Li Wei's guidance, she did everything in a very good way. In 2 hours, a pair of cotton-padded pants was made. Li Wei checked it and said with a smile, "It's well done."
"Mother taught you well." Sumo flattered Li Wei.
There are no styles to speak of for clothes these days, and Su Mo is not a person who is particularly particular. As long as it can keep warm and not particularly ugly, it's fine. Su Mo looked at the newly made cotton-padded clothes and trousers, and her heart was happy. In a few days, she will go to the city again to buy a piece of coarse cloth and make cotton-padded clothes for both of them at night. Calculating the time, they should arrive at the cowshed in 3 or 4 days. Then she will find a chance to go to the next brigade to check out the situation. "By the way, Mother, I heard that there are a lot of mountain products in the mountains of the Northeast. Every autumn we have to go to harvest the products. The mountain products are picked up in large baskets." Su Mo asked. Hearing this, Li Wei smiled. "Who told you that? If there are really so many mountain products, how could the lives of farmers be so hard? There are quite a lot of mountain products, but there are also many people. Everyone has nothing to eat, so they go into the mountains when they have time. There is nothing to pick up when there are too many people. Are there wild boars and pheasants in the mountains?" Su Mo was very curious. Of course there are, but they are all in the deep mountains. They're almost never seen in the mountains outside. Even if there is one occasionally, it is killed by the militia teams of each brigade to improve everyone's food. The militia teams are not vegetarians, they are all equipped with hunting rifles, and any wild beasts that dare to come down to waste food will be killed by them. Does the militia team of our brigade usually go to the deep mountains to hunt wild boars to improve everyone's food? Su Mo asked again. Every year during the winter, they would go hunting and get something to add some extra food to the new year. But they didn't dare to go too deep. They only dared to wander around the periphery, and they didn't get much every year, just a few pheasants, rabbits, and the like. Wild boars are not available every year. You have to be lucky to get one or two. Now the militia captain is Li Tsuehua's husband, and he is so cowardly, afraid of tigers in front and wolves behind. What can he get? He just gets a few small things every year to fill everyone's teeth so that people can't say he's getting his work points in vain. Then why don't they go into the deep mountains? Oh, the deep mountains are very dangerous. I heard that there are tigers, wolves, and bears in them, all of which are man-eating creatures. We dare not go there, Li Yue said, and added for fear that Su Mo would not believe it. A few years ago, a brigade had a poor harvest, so the militia ventured into the mountains. More than a dozen people went in, but only 5 came out. If you want to go to harvest, just go outside, but don't go to the mountains, understand? No matter how many things there are in the mountains, they are not as important as your own life. Li Yue said. Well, I know.
Shumonari.
Look at the heroines in those period novels. They go up the mountain and pick up wild boars and chickens. She also wanted to go up the mountain to solve the problem of eating meat, but she didn't know if she had the life to do so. Do you really want to harvest? Li Yue just said it casually, but she didn't expect that the third brother really wanted to go. Yes, I want to pick some mushrooms and mountain products, and then make some mushroom sauce and send it to Chongqing. Su Mo said she really thought so, and when the sweater was knitted, she would make some mushroom sauce to go with rice and send it to Lu Chongqing. Now the hazel mushrooms are almost over, and it is estimated that there will not be many, so we have to go quickly. Li Yue said. The third daughter of the old man is a caring person. She knits sweaters and makes mushroom sauce. She also sent some pine nuts and walnuts to him before. Well, I'll ask Daya to accompany you tomorrow. You are not familiar with this place, so don't get lost. In the past 2 years, there were educated youths from other brigades who went to the mountains to harvest autumn crops and got lost. It is said that they were found after 2 days of searching, and they were almost scared when they were found. Okay, then I will go to the mountains with Daya tomorrow to see what mountain products there are. Daya is Lu Fengqin, the eldest daughter of Lu Xingjuan, who is 9 years old this year. At this time, there are still some hazel mushrooms, pine nuts, walnuts, chestnuts, and shepherd's purse in the mountains, but they are not as tender as in spring. They can be dug and dried at this time. When there are no vegetables to eat in winter, they are not bad to cook and eat. Su Mo nodded. The mother and the daughter talked for a while, and Li Yue was ready to go back. Su Mo quickly found a jar, filled it with about a pound of brown sugar, and took it back for her. After Li Yue left, Su Mo saw that it was still early, so she took out a pen and paper and began her literary creation. She planned to write 3 or 4 short stories of about 1,000 words and send them over first. They were all about some interesting experiences of educated youth who went to the countryside and were full of positive energy. The country is encouraging educated youth to go to the countryside, and this kind of article should be easier to be selected. She kept writing until it got dark, then Su Mo stopped writing and put the manuscript away. Su Mo was not going to eat steamed buns tonight, but to make a clay pot rice with preserved meat. After closing the back window of the living room, Su Mo took out the small stove she used in the end times, and then took out a small casserole. She found some fine firewood to light the small stove, then brushed the small casserole with oil, put the washed rice into the casserole, added an appropriate amount of water, and put it on the small stove to cook. While cooking, she cut some sausages and bacon, and when the rice was almost done, she spread the sausages and bacon on the rice. Then she took a handful of cilantro and chopped green onion. After the rice was cooked, she sprinkled cilantro and chopped green onion on top, and then poured some soy sauce on it. A pot of fragrant cured meat clay pot rice was ready. Su Mo ate the clay pot rice and looked at the practical little stove. She thought to herself that she had to find an opportunity to let this old friend who had accompanied her for several years in the end of the world see the light of day again. Her stove was specially made for the end of the world. It was durable and easy to carry. It was especially suitable for the special power team and single people like her who went out to do tasks. After dinner, Su Mo put the cooled little stove back into the space, and after washing the casserole, she also put it away. She lit the kerosene lamp and started to boil water for a bath. After she was done, Su Mo went back to her room, closed the doors and windows, hung the curtains, turned on the desk lamp, and continued her literary creation. She wrote until after 10 o'clock in the evening, and then Su Mo turned off the lights and went to bed. The next day, Su Mo got up early and went to the vegetable garden first and promoted the seeds of several plots to germinate. Su Mo discovered that relying on the land here to promote the growth of plants actually saves a lot of superpowers. In the end times, because the land contains zombie viruses, the soil for growing crops depends on soil-based superpowers. But the soil made by the soil-based superpowers does not contain the mineral components needed for plant growth and is quite barren. Seeing that using the soil is no different from directly promoting growth, many would base superpowers like to promote growth directly, and Su Mo is one of them. This discovery is really a pleasant surprise. In this way, in winter, she will ask someone to make a few wooden frames, put some soil in the hall, and promote the growth of green vegetables every day and pretend to be doing research. By then, her new varieties of vegetables will also have a source. For breakfast, Su Mo fried 2 eggs and ate a bun. Just after she finished eating, she heard someone outside the yard calling her. Aunt San, are you home? Su Mo walked out of the house and saw that it was Lu Fengqin, who was carrying a backpack and standing outside the gate, looking in. The Lu family members are not short, and Lu Fengqin has inherited the advantage of height. At the age of 9, she is about 130 centimeters tall. It's just that there was not much to eat in that era, so she was very thin, with big eyes and 2 small braids. She was a pretty girl. Seeing Su Mo coming out, Lu Fengqin hurriedly said, "Third aunt, my grandma asked me to take you to harvest in autumn. Fengqin, come in and sit for a while, I'll change clothes." Su Mo called Lu Fengqin in, and Lu Fengqin pushed open the courtyard door and walked in. Su Mo let Lu Fengqin into the main room and pretended to take a bun out of the steamer. "Here, have a bun." Lu Fengqin saw the bun, and her eyes lit up. "Third aunt, is this a leek bun?" Yesterday, Li Yue took 6 buns back, and then took 2 to share with the children of the first and second rooms. After Lu Fengqin finished eating, she remembered it very clearly. It was simply the most delicious bun she had ever eaten. Yes, it's a leek bun, but there's only one left. Eat it yourself and don't tell anyone.
Su Mo said.
The first and second wives have many children, so it's okay to give them some delicious food occasionally, but she can't afford to give more, and she still understands the principle of gratitude and resentment. Lu Fengqin was thinking of taking it home to share with her younger siblings, but after hearing what Su Mo said, she gave up and ate the bun in a few bites. It's not that she, as the eldest sister, is ignorant, but it was her third aunt who said that she couldn't tell anyone, so she ate it herself. Su Mo changed into work clothes, put on her liberation shoes, took a backpack, and went out with Lu Fengqin. Su Mo was a little excited, going to the mountains to harvest autumn crops, absorb energy, and find wild ginseng. The 2 of them went up the mountain from the nearby path. Lu Fengqin led the way, and Su Mo followed behind. The mountain here belongs to a section of the Wanda Mountains called Bukai Mountain. The Lujia Village Production Brigade is distributed horizontally along the foot of Bukai Mountain. There are several paths from the head of the village to the end of the village, so no one else was seen along the way. As Su Mo walked, she chatted with Lu Fengqin. "Fengqin, have you gone to school?" "Yes, I'm in the 2nd grade." Lu Fengqin said, a little proud. Many girls in the brigade did not go to school, but she did. Children at this time went to school late, and most of them were sent to school at the age of 8 or 9. At this time, elementary school was a 5-year system, junior high school was a 2-year system, and high school was a 2-year system. Then, why didn't you go to school today? If she skipped school to accompany her to harvest the autumn harvest, she would be guilty. It's still the autumn harvest holiday, and it will take 2 days to go back to school. Lu Fengqin said. At that time, education was more casual. Schools in rural areas would have a long autumn harvest holiday when the autumn harvest came. Oh, how much does it cost to go to school? Su Mo was a little curious. Tuition and miscellaneous fees are $1 per semester, and books cost 50 cents, so $1.50 per semester. Lu Fengqin said. Su Mo nodded. That's not expensive. You have to know that in later generations there are many aristocratic schools with sky-high prices. Kindergartens are also very expensive. Ordinary people even jokingly call them kindergarten college students, which means that the tuition for kindergartens is more expensive than college students. Then have your brothers and sisters gone to school? The second sister didn't go. She will go next year, and the eldest brother went this year. The second sister Lu Fengqin mentioned refers to her younger sister Lu Aiqin, and the eldest brother refers to Lu Weigua's eldest son Lu Guodong. The two are both 7 years old. The boy went to school 1 year earlier than the girl. Although the Lu family does not value boys over girls, under the overall atmosphere, it still tends to favor boys more. Then where did they go? Why didn't they go together to harvest the crops? My second sister and eldest brother went to pick grass for pigs. Lu Fengqin said. If she hadn't taken her third aunt to harvest the crops, she would have gone to pick grass for pigs to earn work points.
Zum Montag was embarrasset.
It seemed that she had delayed Lu Fengqin from picking grass for pigs. By the way, what is the pig grass you picked? Is it a specific kind of grass? Su Mo was very curious when she read novels.